Oh, Lord Jesus. Guys, I am so speechless from the last show. I genuinely don't even know how to pick it up from here. I mean, you guys, I hope you're enjoying the content, man. I really am. You know, sometimes I look at these panels and I think to myself, we're truly blessed. We're truly blessed that these people were born and they were put together in life, because it's just too much for me to handle. When we ended that show, for anybody that's coming in, big up, Lateness is greatness is always welcome back to the channel. Fulham versus Tottenham watch-along. If you weren't watching Battle of the North and you're just coming in fresh, and you haven't been watching Battle of the North and you don't know what Battle of the North is, I can't help you, because you're genuinely just missing one of the most just action-packed, hilarious shows that I've been a part of. And yeah, man, it's just hilarious. Now, we are going to be talking, of course, now Fulham, Tottenham. We're going to go through the lineups. The lineups are on your screen. I will be addressing all the news that's floating around Chelsea-wise. I wasn't going to talk about it on the last show. And I needed to get a drink because I'm exhausted. So difficult to host, but in a great way, as you can see with the cards. I don't use card system on anything else. Okay, so let's talk. First of all, we'll go through the lineups. Obviously, you can see them on your screen. Willian, giving me flashbacks from when he played against us, is in the starting 11. Bobby Reed is in there as well. Mitrovic back from his suspension. Pereira. I'm looking forward to it. Tete, Robertson, quick fallbacks. I think Fulham might get them here. And I'll give you my prediction in just a moment, and I'm going to get yours as well, because I do believe that out of all of the big 6 games that we've seen this weekend, this is the one that I'm more sure of in terms of result, obviously aside from Manchester City. And on Tottenham's side, it's looking pretty much similar to what we saw against Arsenal. Emerson Royale comes back in. That's going to piss off Thabz. Bentancur, Højbjerg, same thing again. He was good. Kulusevski as well. Son still starts. How many games in a row does Son have to play before Richarlison gets to start? I know Richarlison's just come back from injury. Maybe he's not ready. But how many games is Son going to get in this team to keep dropping stinkers? I genuinely don't I don't understand. I cannot comprehend. I cannot compute how Conte continues to start this guy game after game after game after game after game. No Jed Spence even on the bench. I don't know what's going on there. Basuma, Tanganga, Sanchez, Sessegnon all taking up the bench. Skip, no Gill either. So it's looking mad for Tottenham. That being said, I'm sure Son will go and get a hat trick. Yeah, exactly. Big up everybody inside the building. Make sure you smash up the likes if you enjoy all the watch-alongs that we're giving and getting. Of course, as well, on top of that, this game is delayed to 8:15 kickoff, I think, for transport reasons. I have no idea what's going on, but yeah, apparently it's been delayed to 8:15. So we will be doing build-up for extra long. But I'm not really too bothered about that, because A, I've got so much to talk about, and B, there is also news apparently floating around the community for Chelsea as well. So there'll be so much to discuss. And Danny Ings is injured again, considering he's just made that move to West Ham. I've seen Dan Lawless absolutely freaking out in the TL. He's out for like 2 weeks or something. So I don't know what's going on there. We'll discuss it all. Kane, why not start Richarlison instead? Unless he's not fully fit, I'm not understanding why he's not starting ahead of Son, because Son has literally been providing nothing. Absolute nothing. And Brian Gill is not on the bench, so I'm guessing he's injured. I don't know, but he did offer something against Crystal Palace again in the second half when he had that reverse pass for Harry Kane, slotted in really well. Not saying that, listen, he hasn't had much time, has he? He hasn't played many games, so expectations can't be too high and too much pressure, but I'm guessing he's injured, right? So yeah, I love watching Harrison Reed. Let's see, coach's dream just needs to stay healthy. And yeah, Ings is out for several weeks. I've seen that. West Ham got scammed. It's looking the case. I mean, he is injury prone, so it's an odd one to begin with, right? How can you trust that he's going to stay fit when you've seen his injury record? And I don't know, were there other pressing needs that they need to sort out before Danny Ings when they got Scamacca? I don't know. Unless Scamacca's injured for a while, I have no idea on the situation there. Obviously, Antonio started on the weekend against Everton. Okay, so big up everybody in the chat. As always, you guys are smashing it. There's so much content to deliver. Big Six is obviously coming up after this. And again, it seems like a weekend where I might get away with a scot-free, calm time. Your guy Lampard is gone. Yes, Lampard has been sacked as well. I've seen. We'll be discussing that as well. Why would you subject yourself to this? Because I think Fulham should have the upper hand against Tottenham. I mean, Fulham are in a strong position. Let's start off with how the Premier League table sits at the moment. These two are getting closer and closer, and that's because, of course, Tottenham are starting to look. They're starting to actually not pick up the points that they maybe didn't deserve anyway. 3 defeats out of the last 5, 1 draw, 1 win. Tottenham have been kind of dodgy for the majority of the season in terms of their first half to second half displays. It was the opposite way around at the Etihad. They got absolutely pummeled in the second half early on. I watched that game with you guys, and the comeback was immense from Manchester City, but Tottenham capitulated, and they weren't really that good in the first half. I don't think Tottenham really warranted a 2-0 lead at the Etihad at half-time. They just kind of had a 5-minute spell of madness, and they capitalized. But Fulham are currently 2 points behind Tottenham. Both have played the same amount of games. If Fulham was to win today, they would move up ahead of Tottenham in the table into 5th. Tottenham would slip down to 6th, Brighton to 7th, and so on, so on. Brighton have a game in hand. Very important to mention as well on Tottenham. They played 19 games. So, yeah, man, Fulham, if they can go and win again, I mean, they've won 4 out of the last 5. They are in serious form, Fulham. They're probably the second most informed team in the league at the moment. Yes, they are. With 12 points out of the last 15, Arsenal are the only team to have a better, record in terms of the last 5 games. Fulham are in form, and Mitrovic is back, Very important to note. He wasn't playing in the last game against Chelsea. Now he's back. And we all know Mitrovic has been on fire this season. So, yeah, man, I'm personally going with a Fulham win. Get your predictions in the comments down below. I've gone with a Fulham. I think it was a 3-1 win. I said on the Big Six. I'm not going to change it. I'm going to stick with Fulham. So, yeah, I'm fully on this Fulham thing today. Listen, if Fulham win today, it's just another bit of icing on top of the cake for the Big Six later on. It's going to be carnage regardless. But I'm here for more of it because my season is looking pretty much almost done in the Prem, you know what I mean? So I'm here for the carnage as always. But yeah, Fulham, outside of that, are just playing really well at the moment anyway. So I'd assume that they hopefully continue that. And we'll see if Tottenham can respond to the capitulation at the Etihad. To be fair, though, at this point, we talk on the players at Tottenham, the quality, the lack of, etc., right? In certain zones. But when your manager reportedly is leaving at the end of the season, but, it's not really confirmed, but Di Marzio kind of has said that it is. What are we really expecting from Tottenham mentality-wise tonight? Late kickoff at Craven Cottage against a team that are in form. You're obviously not in the greatest of form, Tottenham fans, Tottenham team, and your manager's not really sticking around. The window, this market is confusing. Who do you buy your players for? Who is the next manager? Who is even going to be your DOF, your technical director? Obviously, Paratici under investigation, I believe, obviously after what happened at Juventus, and he's suspended throughout Europe, so he can't even really do his job for Tottenham anyway. I'm surprised he hasn't been officially sacked as of yet. Maybe compensation issues, all of that kind of stuff. So there's just so much going on. So much going on for Tottenham right now off the pitch. In terms of reports, rumours, and unsettled faces and names. I don't really understand how on the pitch it's all going to glue together. And tactically, they've been quite a mess, for a few weeks. So, yeah, man, they obviously have the individuals, if they're at their best in Kane and Kulusevski. But in terms of mentality-wise, I don't know where they're going to sit. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Let's go through some of the comments before we start talking about other matters as well on top of this match. Just doing their Monday Night Football analysis to the right of me. The game is still an hour away, Yes, I do. Yes, delayed kickoff, obviously at Craven Cottage due to transport issues, but I was still going to start my coverage at the same time anyway, so I'm not really bothered. None of my business. Let's see. Right, let's see what else is being said in the comments. As a Chelsea fan, is there any reason for concern for FFP and UEFA, given how many times we've gotten screwed? It's an actual possibility. From the moment we are in right now, there doesn't seem to be any issue, but they do say also that sales and lack of Champions League qualification could change things in the future. So, of course, we need to be selling players. We need to be bringing in revenue as well. But at the moment, we seem to be fine, of course. But I've also seen reports that UEFA looking to change their rules on contracts handed out 7-8 years for obviously amortization, which is what we've been doing to kind of scatter the payments out over 8-7 years, etc., which is a little loophole that we found. Kind of weird that the loophole's been found by a London cowboy that only just arrived in this sport a couple of months ago, has managed to find a loophole in FFP, and that loophole was not found by any of these vastly experienced technical directors and owners all this time. It's kind of strange to me, I'm not going to lie. But it looks like potentially, reportedly, I don't know if that's as concrete as it's being said, but they could be looking to shut the door on that in the future, which I'm sure they would, because otherwise everybody will start doing it, and it will be mayhem. Obviously, this is why Enzo Fernandez is not done. That payment would be slap bang immediately going into your financial sheets and whatnot, not scattered. So yeah, crazy. All right, cool. Let's see what else is being said. Bowie the Madman. Yes, very much so. They are patching the 8-year glitch next year. Okay, right. So next year. So you're saying from 2024 onwards, when we gave Kepa a 7-year contract, no one said anything. It's very true, actually, isn't it? It's not a smart loophole, because if that player flops, you'd have to pay out the contract 100%. It is a risk. I'm not going to lie to you. Mass spying on James and Cecil. I am dead. Oh, so that video has already gone out, has it? I managed to film that very, very late today as I was rushing out of the studio. They just needed me for that, and it seems like it's already gone out. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. That accounting degree is looking juicy. Listen, yeah, no comment. I was calling it some other thing before, to be honest. It's only now recently it's popping up again. So yeah, big it up. Let's see. Yo, I just watched your AFTV signing cameo. Big up. You killed it. I haven't even watched it yet. And you guys seem to have seen it already. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it. Very, very much so. Actually, do you know what? Let me just look at it, man. Let me just take a look at what you guys are even talking about. I haven't even seen it yet. It's not like they're not going to get an absolute truckload of views. So let me see how this is going. So what video is it, first of all? And what minute is it as well? Because you guys are talking about... Oh, I see it now. I see it. It's 5 minutes. Oh, God. Yeah. I see it. So I'm part of this. I see exactly what this is. What a vid. Put it up on screen. Yeah, let me take a look. All right, cool. Let me take a look at this, because you guys are telling me this was actually looking real funny. Yeah. Building your online business. Let's see what's going on here, man. What kind of madness am I involved in right now, people? This is...
Who can play there? Who's the cover?
She jokes. The hijack continues. Oh my days, that is hilarious. That's fantastic. I love the way that turned out. Listen, man, anything we must get done, we must get done. Do you know what I'm saying? Their signings seem to be slapping at the moment, so we have to. I said it actually in my roundabout episode, which is so funny. The roundabout episode, I literally said that we need to be CC'd in the emails for any targets that they go for, and just hijack the shit out of them, because Mudryk is looking certy. And then I end up getting asked to do that, which is just jokes. So yeah, actually mad. So yeah, madness, absolute madness. I enjoyed. So yeah, I'm feeling evil for sure. The Arsenal must be stopped continues. You know, it's you're understanding the lengths I'm willing to go to. Do you remember when I said to you all those weeks ago on Battle of the North, the lengths I'm willing to go to stop this team? I'm, as you can see, I'm not playing around. You know what I mean? I told you I'm gonna do some shit that no one's expecting, and this pops up and it just makes sense. Agent Matisse is on it. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not playing around, man. I'm not playing around. So yeah, but there's been also Gusto from Ratatouille. It seems that we're going after from Leon, the right back. He's the first player, and this was said really well on Twitter, the first player that doesn't seem to be scared of Reece James kind of come back and, you know, actually competing with him, especially because he's young. Most young players don't want to compete against Reece James at right back. We've seen it with Tariq Lamptey, Livramento, etc. They would probably rather go and get first team football and not be directly competing for 10 years. Now, the deal's not done. It's not even a bid has been accepted, but it's good to see that he wants to come to us. You know, it's good to see that he's not scared of the challenge. So mentality wise, he definitely gets a point for that. But yeah, also Enzo Fernandez. People are saying that it's not done. It's not done in terms of it's not over. We're going to go back in for him. I will believe it when I see it, people. I would be so buzzing for this signing. Like I said, it's my top midfield target, and he just ticks all the boxes in terms of what the team lacks in terms of vision, passing. How many times against Liverpool did we see on the weekend that if that pass could have been played, if that moment could have been smoother, more thought through, we could have won that game. Mudryk versus Milner would have been a mismatch if he was ready to start. So yeah, man, I would love to get it done. Personal terms are accepted. Those are very easy to get done for players that want to join your club. It can happen in a matter of 15, 20 minutes. It's more the bid with Leon that is the problem. We've agreed personal terms probably with Enzo Fernandez as well. That doesn't mean that we got him exactly. So it's a bit of a madness at the moment. But yeah, this game here, like I said, I expect Fulham to win. Did I ask for score predictions already? Sorry, I'm forgetting now. Make sure you get them in the chat if you haven't already. I'm just scrolling up to check. Let's see what else is being said here. I don't know if I asked. I did 2-0 Fulham. Some people are saying. I just want to get a gauge in the chat of what. Do you know what? I should really just start running polls. What the hell is wrong with me, man? Let me run a poll, people, man. Let me run a poll. I'm not used to using this feature, so I'm actually forgetting that I can run a poll. Don't worry about putting it in the chat. Let's just run a poll. Let's do this every game. We used to do this on Twitch all the time, but I'm not running polls as much as I should be on this channel. So let's. I just want to gauge a little percentage here. On what people are thinking. I'm not going to go with scores here. I just want to gauge Fulham win, Spurs win, and a draw. Let's just see what the mood, what the temperature is. Prediction. Let me see. Yeah, man, I need to use this poll thing way more often. All right, cool. And I might even, you know what, I'm going to start using it on the lives as well for the live shows in terms of what topic do you want me to start with. I can throw in the games and the topics and the main headlines, and then you guys pick where we start in the show. So then, it tailors more to you. So we're going to start doing that, man, because I'm forgetting this poll is here. Let's run the poll. So far, the votes are there. Get your votes in. Let's see what you guys are saying. Yes, kickoff is at 8:15 due to transport delays or issues. I don't know what's going on, but there's been a whole heap of strikes and Piccadilly line was moving mad today. So I don't know what's going on, man. So yeah, the game's delayed, but it's all good. I don't mind. Plenty to discuss and talk about anyway. So yeah, like I said, we spoke about the form coming into this game for both teams. Fulham, Mitrovic is back. Fulham are good, man. I feel like it's actually almost too obvious that Fulham should win this. And it's weird, right? Because usually a game like this, on paper, at the start of the season, everybody's saying that Tottenham are the favourites and Tottenham should win this game. Conte, world-class manager. But just the kind of environment that we're walking into this game, Fulham are the second most informed team in the league. Conte wants to leave. Peratici's under investigation. Kane. I mean, let's talk about Kane. This new contract, I don't buy it. I said it on DR earlier. I don't buy this, man. And Fuad said it first, and credit to him. I think he's spitting on this one. I don't buy this new Kane contract. I think it was reported by The Athletic, right? I just can't understand. And I'm not being an asshole, but I just don't understand what there is for him to stay at Tottenham. And I'm sure you all agree. Even Tottenham fans, I'm sure, agree. And I'm sure that is Levy just trying to smoothen things over in the fan base for the rest of the window. Because if you're Kane and you want to be loyal, you've already done that. Let's just tick that off already. He's already been loyal. He's already signed a new contract in the hope that Tottenham would invest, would improve, would win, would try to compete at the top level. And that has clearly not been followed. That remit has not been stuck to. Then he tried to leave last season to City. He handed in a transfer request, I believe. That got rejected. A gentleman's agreement handshake was broken behind the scenes. Never assumed that shit is ever going to be stuck to. So he should be feeling kind of annoyed by that situation anyway. So if you've already been rejected your great potential move to Manchester City, we can see how Hairline is banging in the goals. He's got 25 in the Premier League this season, 31 in all competitions. I'm not saying Kane would have scored that many goals because he probably would have moved around a lot more, maybe got more touches of the ball, created chances, etc. But he would have, for me, probably minimum been on what, 20, maybe 20 goals, 19 goals by now, maybe 18, as long as he stays fit. The amount of chances that team is creating, he's a great finisher, as you saw against Palace. He's dragging shots into the far corner, no problem. I think he's a serious finisher. Hits the corner so well. I can't imagine that he wouldn't still be bitter and pissed off that he didn't get that move, right? Because that move comes once in a career to work with Pep Guardiola. Pep's moved on now. They've got Haaland. That move is dead. Every move now from that is kind of a little bit of a downgrade if you're talking about in this country going to Manchester United. Yes, more heritage, bigger club, but it's not a great move in terms of guaranteed success right now. Early doors, still building. So I just can't understand why he would want to stay and sign a new contract. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And yeah, people are saying he's got no ambition. But yeah, if he stays, he has definitely got no ambition to win trophies. I agree. But until it happens, I'm going to assume he has some ambition. He wants to win some trophies and he wants to change the course of his career. And I'm not saying you have to leave the Premier League because I know he's trying to break that record and whatnot. You've got to leave. You've got to leave Tottenham, surely. So I'm not buying it unless I see that he signed the contract. I'm not buying it personally. I think it's all BS, and I think it's all there to kind of quieten down the fan base and whatnot. I was even shocked when Heung-min Son signed a contract, to be honest, but he's not on the same level as Harry Kane anyway. So, you know, you can understand it a little bit more from his side, maybe, even though he was kind of outperforming XG for so long at that club for season after season. So yeah, let's see. Spurs to lose. Yes, 3-1 to Fulham for me in my prediction. Let's see what you guys are saying in the poll. It looks like 66% of you have gone with a Fulham win, 16% for Tottenham, 18% for a draw. Pretty big percentages, sorry, for Fulham, to be honest. Like, you guys are not playing around with this. You really don't think they're going to do anything. And I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. They haven't been playing great. Like I said, I don't really believe they warranted a 2-0 lead against Manchester City at halftime. I think it was just a flash in the pan. And then on top of that, second half, they capitulated anyway. So what does it even mean? Okay, let's see. I want to see a watch along. When I see a watch along on this channel, great banner in the chat as well. Very welcoming. And Matt, you might not always be right, but you always give in-depth commentary conversation. Thank you. Much appreciated, bro. I try my best. Give you a little bit of basic analysis, I'll call it, because I'm not a coach, and some phone calls as well in there, some banner. Yeah. So yeah, man, I'm happy with these watch-alongs, man. They're very enjoyable to do, I have to say. Why are they insisting on Son? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. I think Richarlison's right there on the bench. Now, maybe he's not fully fit. He just come back from injury. Lloris is again in goal. They don't have a better option in Foster. Foster is also not the greatest playing out from the back. He's also, I think, 37, 38, Fraser Foster. So it's not even like you have someone to really push Lloris if he is not just declining, but also becoming complacent. They need a new goalkeeper. And to be honest, he's 34, actually. He's not even as old as I thought he was. Not only do they need a new goalkeeper, they need a new goalkeeper like right now. If Tottenham want to make Champions League, I don't believe I'm being dramatic when I say they need a new goalkeeper. As much as we talk about the centre-backs, which I agree, we talk about the lack of creative midfielder, the right wing-back situation, Spence is literally right there. He won't use him. But the goalkeeper is sending shockwaves through that defence in terms of fear. You know, I can't imagine any centre-back is confident playing in front of Lloris. He looks like a nervous wreck. He's dropping the ball into the back of the net. His ball-playing ability is non-existent. He's making individual errors near post, allowing goals to go through him. And you can't build a solid foundation in defence with a dodgy goalkeeper. It's just not going to happen because you are going to concede shots at some point. Even Tottenham defensively have not been anything of note. And that's under Conte. You expect at least some sort of solidarity defensively. So Listen, they've conceded 31 goals in the Premier League this season so far in 20 games. That's higher than everybody around them, including Chelsea, who are in 10th, obviously, 21 goals conceded. In fact, Tottenham have conceded 31 goals, right? The only teams to concede more are in the bottom 7 or 8. They're in the bottom 8, really, in terms of goals conceded. They've conceded more than Wolves, one more than Wolves. They've conceded more than West Ham. They've conceded more than Crystal Palace. They've conceded more than Aston Villa. Jesus Christ, this is way worse than I thought it was when I started reading it. They've conceded more than a lot of teams, people. It's only the real relegation fodlers that are conceding more goals than Tottenham right now. They've conceded more goals than... Am I reading this right? They've conceded more goals than Everton as well. This is insane. So this is Conte. This is their defensive record that we're looking at here. This is as bad as it gets, really, in a Conte team. I remember when he was at Chelsea, defensively, he was so solid. I don't know what's going on here. I knew it was bad, but I didn't know it was this bad. Wow. That is 30. Yeah, it's relegation numbers. Like, big up Cecil, much love. We were actually just reacting to the video that we watched from AFTV because I didn't know it was out yet, and everybody was kind of saying they enjoyed it. Jokes, absolute jokes. Big up Cecil, man. He's one of the best content creators out here. His energy levels are insane, people. I don't even need to tell you how good this guy is, man. He's a breath of fresh air to the community, man. What a guy. What a World Cup he had. And the ideas that he comes out with is kind of like how I just relate, because I feel like this is the kind of creativity I want to see in the community more. I have these moments at times, but then when I see him, tell me this idea and then it just comes to fruition like that, I'm like, yes, this is the type of content I want to be involved in more, man. It's difficult to get done. You need cameramen and whatnot, but this guy is just, to spawn that idea is just brilliant, man. Hilarious shit. Yeah, man. Reminds me of the Twitter days when I used to make skits. Brilliant stuff. So yeah, man. Big up Cecil every time, man. Absolute legend. So yeah, I mean, as we were saying, man, this defensive record from Tottenham is just it's nonsensical. It's absolutely nonsensical. I genuinely am actually shocked. I didn't know it before I read it out to you, and now that I've looked at it and I'm seeing how many teams have conceded less. Yeah, this is bad. And this is a team that play 3 at the back. This is a team that have more numbers in defense than most. This is a team that have the 2 wing backs move into the 5. I don't mean to bring it up. You already know where I'm going with this, don't you? I'm not gonna do it. If it was certain other managers doing this, they'd be under scrutiny. They would be getting pammed. They would be getting destroyed, dragged, discarded, dispatched like an Amazon package. It's genuinely not spoken about enough. I'm actually starting to get angry. It's genuinely not spoken about enough. This team has conceded 31 goals playing a back 5 and shit quality football all season, and it doesn't seem to be getting highlighted, especially in the media. I'm not hearing enough of it. All I can say is that you guys are lucky that Liverpool and Chelsea have been this bad, because if this was a normal season, I'm telling you, the lights would be bright. The lights would be bright. They have been fortunate most of the season to pick up some of the results they get. Yes, the mentality, we can give them mentality monster points for the comebacks. But the football is atrocious. They don't press well. They don't keep possession well. They concede goals. I genuinely don't know how they're getting away with this shit. It's ridiculous. A certain German wouldn't get away with this. I'm telling you, facts. It's insane. I just think it's outrageous. Honestly, it really is. It's actually mad. I mean, yeah, man. Wow. And you know what? At least you could say trajectory-wise, and I did a video on the weekend for Chelsea. Yes, we're having an awful season, and we spent a lot of money, and we don't deserve no flowers for that. Like, banter away. But at least I can say with the players that we're bringing in, the young players this window, there is some sort of potential there. And Liverpool, if they were to get their shareholder situation sorted, I'm sure they'll fix themselves up. At least you can say they've had a moment in anyway with the trophies they've won recently. But Tottenham, man, I said it to Thabz on London Club's Carnage. I just don't see anything but this club just falling into the pits of hell. And when you see the investment from the likes of Newcastle coming up, that, you know, it will come at some point. I'm sure they'll start to splash it a little bit. When you see the rise of even the Brightons and the Brentfords and the recruitment, you know, everybody should be worried, to be honest. Everybody should be worried in terms of you know, their safety in the top six, or in their position of Champions League football. But make no mistake, nobody should be more worried about their long-term future than Tottenham. Genuinely, because if they don't get a new owner and stop penny pinching and you know, leave you with the tight jeans, it's not looking good. You've tried the winners route, it didn't work out. No Conte, no Mourinho, sacked him before a cup final, it ain't worked. Then we move on to the fact that your youth academy stinks. I'm not going to lie. You don't have anything coming through the youth academy. Last time I heard it was Scarlet. I've seen winks and skips and whatnot. Packet of crisps. It's not great. It's not great in comparison to your peers. So I'm struggling to see where we're going from here. I'm not going to lie. I'm struggling. Maybe somebody could tell me where this team are, what the plan is here. But I'm surprised there isn't riots outside that stadium, man. You got the best bar, you got the best stadium. I've been to the stadium on an away trip for Chelsea a couple of years ago on the Frank Lampard. It's a beautiful stadium. Don't get me wrong, it's wonderful. It's even better when you win there. Oh, it's beautiful. It looks so nice and shiny. The NFL games and the pitch gets flipped, and it's all beautiful. But I must say, you guys are looking like you're in some serious trouble, man. And I guess I'm surprised that there's not more outrage from Tottenham supporters. Like, where are the protests? Where is the Levy out chants outside the stadium? I don't know, man. I just feel like you guys are kind of almost accepting it. It's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of mad. But yeah, I'm absolutely dragging this club right now. I'm meant to be giving you pre-match thoughts. I just think they're awful. I just think they're dreadful. I have to give it to you a buck. I'm not going to be balanced on this. I genuinely think they're riding their luck. They have been riding their luck for so long. They're not sustainable in the way that they've been playing. And they deserve to be right next to Chelsea and Liverpool on this table. That's how I feel about it. I feel like they deserve to be right with us. I would like to see Brentford, Brighton and Fulham and all them, man, get a leg up and be pushed further up in the table above this lot, because they just genuinely don't deserve to be where they are. To be in fifth and still in the conversation for top four, the way that they've been moving, I think it's quite incredible. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, that's my spiel on Tottenham. I just needed to get that out because I'm tired of the lack of coverage, man. I just feel like they're getting away with murder, atrocities. Let's see what you guys are saying, though. This super chat also says, your cameo on AFTV was good. Villain Matisse, much appreciated. Listen, I told you I will be there no matter what. And I told you I will do anything within my power. So at least I'm sticking to my word on that front. Do you know what I mean? I'm very serious about my intentions to stop you lot in any way, shape, or form, even as a joke. All right, cool. Let's see. People don't know what comes with Conte. He flogs your team to hell. I mean, do you know what it is with Conte is that you can't go half in with him. He is very much his way or no way. I'm not saying that you're going to have a better squad after he's left, but you should at least be snagging a trophy. But the thing is with Levy is that recruitment-wise, he's kind of gone 1 foot in the pool, 1 foot out. It's like that meme. I don't know if you guys will know what I'm referencing, right? There's that meme where the what animal is it that's on the side of the pool and I can't remember. And there's a float in the pool and there's this animal that can't swim outside the pool, and it's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Is it worth it? Should I put my foot on the paddle? Should I, and it's like, it's a terrible analogy because I'm not giving it to you in the clearest form because I can't remember. But it's like, it's very half-assed. It's very half-assed and it's not fully committed. It's the bird, exactly. I think it's the bird, yeah. And it's like, they're just not fully putting their foot. You just got to jump straight in. You got to go and jump 2 feet in and deal with the consequences after he's left, but at least get a trophy out of it. And Levy, with some of his purchases, even before Conte, because obviously he pissed around the first negotiation, and then he brought in Nuno, and then he ended up with the same manager anyway. So all of those signings that he brought in, Emerson Royale, Brian Gill, Sarr, Romeo is the only good one out of that crop, and even he's looking a bit rash these days. But that kind of first crop of Paratici signings, not looking good, bruv. Do you know what I mean? A lot of young players, a lot of money spent, or decent chunk of money spent, and not really much to take from it. And we all know that Conte is not asked or interested in developing young players. He's not interested in, you know, the long term. He's not interested in improving and coaching players from a development standpoint. It's more from a tactical standpoint to win right now. And if you don't kind of understand that when you hire him and you don't get on board with it and take up that mentality, all that's going to happen is A, he's going to lash out and get pissed off as he did away from home to Burnley last season. B, you're going to get a toxic environment because he really does not give a damn. Like, he doesn't give a damn. And C, you're gonna not only you're actually gonna go backwards, because you're gonna be left with a squad that is worse than what it started with, because now you've got mixed bags, you've got some developing players, half-assed, and you've got some aging players that are not going to do too much for you in the future, i.e. Perisic. And now you have no plan. What's your game plan from here? Where do you go from here? Who comes in? It's all over the place. So yeah, very confusing time for Tottenham and Conte. And I don't wish them the best of luck on it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm fine with this, because the way Thabz laughs on the Big Six is such an evil laugh. It's such an evil, sickening laugh. It really is. It's very evil villain type shit. And I can't lie. I'm enjoying, and I will continue to enjoy this club's, you know, unsuccessful stint, or well, not stint, just period, just unsuccessful, right? I'm more than happy for this. This is what they deserve. For all of the slander. Apparently, we want Gordon. Yes, I don't know what's happened to Gordon, and we're going to talk about Frank Lampard in a minute. I don't really know what's going on there. Gordon, he was quoted to be 65, 70 million in the summer. Thank God. I think Lampard on purpose said that he's absolutely not for sale, even though Everton could have done with the money, even though Everton, I don't think they ever thought he was actually worth that, because clearly he's still developing. He's not a top player. He didn't ever show, in my opinion, that he was worth anywhere near that, even when he was in form. So in hindsight, I think Lampard did this on purpose. I genuinely believe if this was any other manager, they would have took the money, reinvested it into the squad, especially in the position that they're in financially, and they would have actually had a better chance to stay up. But I feel like Lampard was kind of looking out for Chelsea in a weird way, and he said, you know what, you shouldn't spend that money on him. I'm not letting him go. I'm probably that's me reaching, but it just doesn't sound right. Why would you not accept 60 million, 65 million for Gordon, who has not had a breakout season yet? It just doesn't make sense. He's not even had a breakout season in the Prem, not even a breakout 6 months. So I genuinely believe that there's something going on there. And I feel like Lampard done us a little favor. But maybe not. Maybe I'm BSing. But yeah, strange situation. And he's now officially sacked, right? Because there was reports earlier on that he was sacked, and it wasn't being clarified because it was fake reports on Twitter, and they're just showing the highlights of what happened at the Emirates, and I would rather not watch because it's just embarrassing. One of the easiest games I've ever had to analyze on Talking Tactics ever. That game at the Emirates, just embarrassing. Not at the Emirates, sorry. At the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium last week. Genuinely, anybody who knows anything about football to a very basic level could analyze what the problem was in that game. Honestly, it was almost like he actually did it on purpose. It was that bad. I was genuinely starting to question if Conte's doing this on purpose. He probably is. So yeah, but Lampard's sacked, right? That's done and official. I want to see him back in the studio. I think learning curve, a lot to learn. Still probably better suited to the Championship in a team pushing for playoffs. And, you know, he kind of got the Chelsea job based on his reputation, his legendary stature, which is fine, you know, understandably so. He's an absolute icon, generational player. But it's kind of caught up to him now, really. You know, it's just not quite good enough. And I'm not saying it's all his fault, because Everton were kind of a sinking ship anyway, but you need a experienced, you know, guy at the helm for that job now. You need a Sean Dyche. You need someone like that to steer that ship, because it's a very difficult ship to navigate and to control. And when you look at Everton right now, it's so toxic. I don't know if these reports about everything that happened, you know, with the ownership and the headlock and all that stuff is even true, because there's no police report, there's no there's no like, what's going on? How can people get put in headlocks like and no one's talking about it? It just doesn't feel like it's being spoken about. So I don't know if there's any Everton fans in the chat. I don't know what that's all about. Like, there's no one speaking about that. Like, let's be real now. If your owner at any club that you guys support, right, in the chat, if your owner was in a headlock, or one of your stakeholders, whoever it was, if someone was put in a headlock outside the ground, that shit we would all know about it, like really blatantly, clearly. There would be video footage. Like, I'm just so confused as to why this is not being spoken about more. So I don't know what's going on at Everton, man, but it's crazy. Even the way that they're trying to motivate the team outside cars and before matches, and, you know, come on, Frank. I'm not going to do the accent, but, you know, the way they're going into the, you know, the Scouse accent is strong, and it's really like, yo, Frank, get it together. Come on. Da, 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 da. And the way that they kind of spoke to Mina outside the car, and apparently coins are getting dashed and all this kind of stuff. Apparently, reportedly, right? I don't know. I'm not there. It's kind of... I just don't really feel like the environment is going to keep them up this time. Last year's environment, if you guys remember, Everton, when they're in a relegation battle, they were setting off fireworks for opposition fans, opposition players' hotels. They were, you know, I think they were doing up flares, and they were, before kickoff, you know, in the streets, you know, cheering the bus on. Am I bugging, right? Am I accurate in that, you know, in what I'm remembering, in the fact, you know, it seemed really like everybody's in this together. You know, it was some sort of High School Musical shit. But right now, it's the complete opposite. It's like they only had one relegation fight in them in terms of patience and tolerance. And now they're just like, yo, bun this. We did this last year. We're not doing it again for you lot. Do you know what I mean? We're not handling this again. So, yeah, man, I feel like the environment's off, and the quality of the team is at an all-time low. And I know this statement kind of gets said a lot, and it's very cliche, 12th man and all that stuff. But genuinely, that 12th man for Everton is vital. And it is genuinely, for me, the difference between staying up and going down. If the 12th man, if the fans are giving unanimous encouragement, support, whatever it is, that could drive the players on to survive. Because quality-wise, when you come out of that defence with some, you know, steady eddies, as I call them, Tchaikovskys, Codys, and whatnot, when you build through that team, it just gets worse and worse. As you move up through the team, it genuinely just starts to get worse and worse and worse. There's no attacker on that pitch, I rate, outside of Gray. Calvert-Lewin's finished, or at least he's gone on a massive hiatus, right? Still young enough to return, but it's not looking likely. They just don't look like a team that's going to get out of this without their fans. So it could be the fans that send them down along with the players. It's going to be very interesting. They have never been relegated. Exactly. They've never been relegated. Them and Arsenal, I believe, have never had a relegation. So their history is certified. You have to respect it. Big club, big fan base. And I'm not saying, I mean, I have kind of said that maybe they need to go down. Financially, they definitely don't need to go down. Squad, stadium-wise, they definitely don't need to. But maybe in terms of a reset, they might need to. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Everton fans, you let me know if you're in the comments. I think it's right, it might be on the wall. And it's not even like you guys are cut adrift. When you look at the relegation zone, and we'll go into it before we move on to our next topic. When you kickoff is about 25 minutes away, people. Delayed, unless that's changed. When you look at the relegation zone, Southampton, Everton level on points, joint bottom. Bournemouth 17, Wolves 17, West Ham 18, Leeds 18, Leicester 18, right? 3 points separating the bottom 7. Leicester all the way down to Southampton. All of them in pretty poor form. 4 defeats out of the last 5 for Leicester. West Ham, dodge. I know they won at the weekend, but dodge. Everton, 4 defeats out of the last 5. Southampton, 4 defeats out of the last 5. Bournemouth, 4 defeats out of the last 5. Leeds, no win in 5. So on, so on. Anybody could go down, man. Anybody could go down in that crop. I still expect West Ham to get out of it because they've still got far too much quality to be even in this conversation. But apart from them, everybody else for me is knocking on devil's door, man. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be close, man. This might be the closest relegation battle we've ever seen in Premier League history. At least one of. Let's see what's going on. I'm not addressing it. It's none of my business. Let Eunice know his new upload has no audio. Oh, okay. Let me let him know, because that's terrible. As a content creator, I know the feeling. Someone in my CJ in my comments, big up CJ. In the comments, in my live chat, saying vid has no audio. Has no audio. There you go. All right. Because when sometimes YouTubers, right, we just upload and we just move on with our lives. We don't even check if the thing is like processed. Like, we're expecting YouTube to just do their job and process that shit, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. And that video could be up there for hours, and man them wouldn't even know that it's not even ready to be listened to or anything. So yeah. Now tomorrow we will be covering Southampton versus Newcastle. I am going to just cover both the Carabao Cup games because it's historic. Newcastle could be going to a cup final over these two legs. I actually want to be there no matter what for it. And obviously, Southampton played great football against City in the last game, and Newcastle, they're struggling to score goals at the moment. But someone's got a break here, and whoever goes through to the final is going to be a big moment in that club's history. So I'm going to be there for that, and obviously Man United play Forest as well on Wednesday. We'll be there for that as well. Let me see what else was on schedule. I may as well keep you guys updated. Madrid versus Atletico on Thursday's touch and go. It depends on Big Six, but I am looking at that Madrid derby, despite the fact that Saeed seems to be almost traumatized from the last time that he watched. It is live. Traumatized from the last time he watched Atletico Madrid. He said they played awful football, no surprise, but I'm going to maybe cover that. And yeah, Friday, Man City versus Arsenal will be here as well for that cup game. That's going to be mad. Yeah, that's going to be insane. So it's going to be interesting. Of course, the watch-along is live. Imagine if it wasn't a pre-recorded watch-along. That would be hilarious. Delayed kickoff. Yes, delayed kickoff. 8:15 is what I've been told as well. So we're just going to I actually did. You check out the last video uploaded on the channel. They're asking me on DR to apologize again. I don't know how many times you want me to apologize. I literally said, I'm sorry. He's not a mid-table manager. I gave him a bump. I moved him up to a Continental. If you play Football Manager, you'll know what I mean. I don't know if they're still doing that on Football Manager where they go national, continental, and world class. I bumped him up to Continental, which is really good on Football Manager, by the way. It's not a disrespect. Continental is good. Pep is world class, right? So Continental is good. So I feel like I've done I think I've done well there. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah. Oh, it does. Okay, well then. Okay, so it does have audio. I probably should test this myself. Okay, so maybe it's just you then, bro. I'll just tell him to check his comments. I'll let him check his comments anyway. All right. That's on Soccer Manager. No, well, it was on Football Manager. Maybe not anymore. I'm pretty sure it was. No, years ago. Maybe not this year, because I haven't played Football Manager in years, but it used to be like that. So yeah. Worldwide. Okay, I don't know. FM Merchant. It does have audio. People are going to ask you in the Big Six too. Yes, they will. Continental sounds like breakfast. Yes, transport issues is the reason. It's actually mad. All right, let's do what we usually do here, which is we kind of just check on the news as well for today. I don't really address news anymore unless it's like serious shit, breaking news in terms of a whole last video. So I'm gonna just see what the latest is or what's been happening today for Fabrizio, because he's always got something for us. Let's see. Obviously, Arsenal signed their new centre back. I am well aware. As much as I tried to hijack the move, Man City have signed a new Argentine talent as well. No idea who he is, but I'm sure he's going to be the next best thing since sliced bread. Let's see what else is being said. Gusto from Lyon. Personal terms agreed. We spoke about that, but again, the bid needs to be sorted. What else has been happening today? Leo Messi still up in limbo, probably going to stay at PSG. Lampard sacked. Anything else, guys, that I may have missed today? Looks like that's about it. Not seeing anything else. Giroud maybe renew his contract. Looking like Pedro Porro. You guys are still... This is what I'm saying, right? Tottenham have, in the last 2 January transfer windows, Tottenham have missed out on Diaz. They've missed out on Trossard. And now they may be set to miss out on Pedro Porro. Now, if you just take that for a second and say if they were to get those players in and pay the money that they needed to pay, if they got Diaz on the left flank, that would have been their Son replacement for this decline in hindsight. And then Trossard, you could say same again, but he could even, maybe come off the right. Can you just imagine what this team would be if you just added those 3 players in? The goalkeeper's still a mess. But it's just crazy that and this is not even large chaos amounts of money. This is like, we're talking, Trossard was what, 21 million plus add-ons that they didn't want to meet that price tag. They bid and then rejected. Arsenal came in 21 million plus add-ons. Then you want to go to Luis Diaz. What was that? 37 million pounds for Liverpool. Again, in this market, a bargain if he plays how he played at the beginning of his transfer. Pedro Porro, what is it? 45 million euros. So what is that in pounds? 37 million, something like that, 38 million for one of the best up-and-coming young wing backs, because he is a wing back in that system for Sporting, although some people do tell me sometimes he slots into the 3, and defensively he's actually quite sound as well. Seemed to have great performances against Tottenham in the Champions League this season, especially at White Hart Lane, whatever you want to call the stadium. Again, if you're not willing to pay these prices in this market, which is always inflating, I don't see where they're going with this, because these are not bad prices for these players. So crazy, but that's still going on. And yes, there was a situation where Arsenal thought they could get Camavinga on loan, and Real Madrid were quick to shut that down as well. I'm not really surprised. They have no legs in midfield. If you've been watching even a smidge of Real Madrid recently, that game against Liverpool looking like it's going to be more interesting than I thought it would be. Because Liverpool are in shocking form. You would assume Real Madrid, heritage clash, they'll just beat them, right? But Real Madrid are not playing great at the moment. I'm seeing a lot of cussing on socials from Madrid fans. And they were not great against Barcelona when I watched them in the final. They got absolutely destroyed. So maybe that game will be closer than we thought. So yeah, man, Real Madrid, they're not going to be letting him go. Vinicius is having a poor season. You're saying? I haven't been watching them too much. So I'm not sure who's in form and who's not, but it's not looking good. The midfield against Barcelona was overrun, just so bad. It was bad. They kind of had a 4, similar to what you see at Arsenal with the 2, Zinchenko and Partey, and then you see Odegaard and Xhaka. They basically lined up with De Jong and Busquets, and then Gavi and Pedri ahead in that 4 in that box, and then Balde was just bombing down the left as like a left back / left winger. Dembele on the right, output. Let me not get into it. The brother can't shoot for nothing, and yeah, they just bossed them, man. And when you're thinking about it, right, 4v3, and then on top of that, one of them's Modric, old as hell, great player but old. Kroos, old. We cannot compete. A la Madrid, but we cannot compete. I don't know why I keep doing that as well. Zinchenko. I don't know why I keep saying Zinchenko. I keep giving him extra syllables. He's just playing that well. I guess he just deserves to have more letters. Opinions on Gravenberch, agent, was at Anfield Saturday. To be honest, I haven't watched much of him. I know he was doing well at Ajax. He's very young. From the few games I did watch him at Ajax, I didn't think he was ready for Bayern Munich. If I'm being honest, I thought that was a bit early. I think people were jumping the gun a little bit. But I only watched 2 or 3 games, so I'm not sitting here telling you I'm some sort of expert on him. But he did look like he wasn't quite ready for that move. It looked like a big move to make, bit of a gamble. But I haven't been watching him this season. I don't know if he's a starter or if he's ready for all that. If he's ready for another big move. Remember, who was it? Renato Sanchez at Swansea. I think he was at Benfica. Looked like one of the best up-and-coming midfielders in the world. Then he gets a big move, maybe too early. But then again, I thought his talent was unbelievable. think he's playing for Lille at the moment in France, right? And goes to Swansea, stinks up the place, and then you go from there. So sometimes these guys make their moves too early. But hindsight is a beautiful thing. Harry Kane is on 265 goals for Tottenham. 1 more goal to equal Jimmy Greaves. 2 more, of course, to leapfrog. He's going to get that done, of course, very, very soon. Madness. So that's history in itself. He's at PSG. Oh, yes, he is, isn't he? He made that transfer to PSG, yes. That was part of Campos technical director, his links and contacts, wasn't it? Because obviously he was at Lille previously. So yeah, Campos doing his thing. Why is the kickoff delayed? The kickoff is delayed because of transport issues. So I'm guessing something is suspended or there is some sort of delay or some sort of problem. But basically, majority of fans or enough fans can't get into the stadium on time where they're deciding to delay it, which is fair play. Okay, what else is being said? That 5-year. So this is about contracts, right? That 5-year limit is not enforceable. It's illegal to limit contract lengths in any work environment. Interesting. This is obviously to talk on Chelsea's 7 to 8 year contracts that they're handing out. Illegal, you say? Well, I've never heard of it before, capping on contracts length. I've heard of salary cap in sport, 100%. I've heard of that. I've never heard of contract length cap. Let me know if any sports that you guys follow, especially American sports, if there's any sort of contract cap in terms of length. I've never heard of it before. Didn't know it was illegal though. So you learn something new every day. So yeah. Used to do contracts for a living. All right. Big programming ain't playing. All right. He ain't playing. Thabz is slashing tires. I got here late. What's the update on Enzo and Felix? Felix has no update. Of course, he's our loanee at the moment. We might have some sort of trigger in some sort of contract in some sort of, but it's nothing that's public. It's nothing that's obvious to the eye. It's obviously some sort of maybe handshake agreement type thing, which is never concrete, but it's nothing formal. It's nothing formal in terms of option to buy or anything like that. And then in terms of Enzo, again, I don't see it as news. We're still in for him. We've kind of been hearing that under the surface for the last couple of weeks. Since the whole thing broke down, that's all we've been hearing is that we're still in for him. Until a bid goes in, there's no real news on that. So yeah, we're still in for Enzo. That's about it. There's no bid, there's no agreement, there's no nothing. Personal terms are obviously sorted already, or at least they will be easy to sort because he wants to join. I don't want to get myself too excited and emotionally invested because if it doesn't happen, I'm going to be sad again. So I've already accepted that it won't happen. So I'm going to leave it at that. I actually assumed we would be making the bid for Caicedo this week for Brighton. The game will kick off in 10 minutes time. Sorry, we are delayed, of course, because transport issues. Big up London every time. This country is on its knees in terms of everything. So yeah, no surprise, I guess. It was bound to happen eventually. With all the strikes and whatnot. Right. Fabrizio has tweeted. Hey. Is this recent? Is this something I haven't seen? Because I was literally just on his account a minute ago. Let's see. Oh, it's a minute ago. And it is nothing crazy. Don't get too excited. Official. Caicedo has picked Football Division as new agents. It's now confirmed by agency statement. We knew this was going to happen anyway. He was always due to switch agents from 2-3 weeks ago, actually, since the 5th of January. This was reported. One to watch in the final days of the January transfer window. Brighton want to keep him, but Chelsea, Liverpool, and Arsenal are well informed on his situation. So that's the official agency change for him. Most times when players change agency, it's because they assume that a deal is about to be done or they are planning to make a move in the next 6 to 12 months because they feel obviously that this new agency will do a better job and get them a better deal, etc. So obviously the last deal that was done for Caicedo was very, very cheap. I think he signed for 3.5 million or something from a team in Ecuador. Can't remember what the fee was. So obviously that magnitude of a deal and this magnitude of a deal is two completely different deals. So he obviously wants to move to a different agency to handle the business. Mudryk has also been working after hours in the Chelsea gym. His personal trainer has also revealed he recorded a 37-kilometer sprint versus Liverpool. Yeah, I mean, listen, this guy, he doesn't seem to be mucking about. Mudryk ain't mucking about. I've seen some of the training videos, and this guy is very, very serious on his, his leg training, especially. I mean, for the knee strength, for the quads, for everything. This guy he looks like he's built to last, and he looks like he's not pissing about. He's not looking like one of those players, when we've seen so many players who come to this league and they're like, whoa, the pace and the power is insane. And it's like, no shit. We speak about it all the time. The Premier League is a physical league. Yes. Unless you're from League 1 or the Championship, you should probably buck up your ideas and get ready for such contact. But he doesn't seem to be phased, or at least training-wise. He knows what is coming. So, player like him is going to get clattered. We saw him, actually take a couple of rough challenges in the opening game. Any winger who carries the ball, who dribbles, who has close control and wants to kind of carry the ball or whatever, Pulisic, Zaha, Grealish, all these guys, they're going to take contact more than most, susceptible to injuries more than most. So wingers really should be doing what he's doing, right? They should be preparing themselves for that shit, because you're going to get injured otherwise if you don't build yourself like a brick. So yeah, good to see. Very, very good to see. I'm also hearing Onana links from Everton. Again, where's that come from? I don't understand. It's not going to be a permanent, surely. He's literally just signed, and we were looking at higher upper echelon targets. So now if that's where we're going to, I'd rather not sign anyone. But also, we were also looking at a panic loan, or a loan, not panic, but we're looking at a loan just to cover ourselves until the summer. I don't think you're getting Onana on loan, considering they're in a relegation battle and he's one of their key players, but maybe I'm wrong. Timo Werner, yes. No shots sent. Absolutely no shots have been sent. I'm just saying a lot of players are confused by the physicality. I don't know why. What's all this talk about the new FFP rule? Listen, it's not foregone conclusion yet. It's just reports. I have no idea whether or not it's even legal. Apparently, it's potentially not. So yeah, let's just see what happens on that front. We've spoken about that quite a bit though. Not gonna lie, as an Arsenal fan, I hope he does well. He's a baller, and I like watching great footballers rise. And perhaps he won't be like Hazard, but I will be tuning in to more Chelsea games to watch him. Wow, fair play. Yeah, I think, as I said on the roundabout earlier this morning, we have our rivalries, of course, but I think certain players, especially when you see them play, you will enjoy. Do you know what I mean? You will definitely have a wonderful meal. And even on Saka and Rashford, like I said on the episode, as much as it's pissing me off what they're doing for their clubs, because I don't like their clubs, I am happy for them that they're back in form, because they've gone through a rough spell, obviously after what happened at the Euros and whatnot, and they're balling out. Like, when I mean these two are on fire, especially Rashford, responsibility-wise, I looked at the goals for Arsenal and they're very shared out. They're very even. Nketiah actually has the most goals, which is crazy. But everybody kind of shares out the workload amongst themselves, and it's good. But Rashford is literally the be-all and end-all of Man United's attack. And the fact that he's managed to kind of recover from what happened, not just for England, but just in general, his form was stinky. But he now is back. You can say safely he's back. And he went to, I think, LeBron James's Nike training facility over the summer, and he's done a whole heap of work, and you can see that he's worked his ass off for this one. But yeah, man, he's in some serious form, and he's playing. When you're not Megan Party in midfield and then smacking it in from range like that, you're not really on a joke thing, for sure. So fair play to him. It's a win-win for both Arsenal and Chelsea. Chelsea got a future stud, and Arsenal pivoted and got quality depth in numbers. Now Arsenal have more for... Yeah, no, sometimes nobody has to lose in a situation. Yes, Arsenal wanted Mudryk, but at the end of the day, you've brought in a very, very good player for good value for money at the right age for Martinelli and his development. He's ready for the here and now to make an impact. He's highly motivated, I'm sure, because he's in a title race for the first time in probably his career. He was desperate to get out of Brighton. And we saw before the World Cup, when he's on it, he's been a revelation this season. So, and you're right, it gives you more money to address the centre back. You got the centre back, the DM. Maybe you'll get the DM. So, and we are very happy so far with Mudryk. That first cameo looks exciting, and we desperately needed somebody on the left wing who had some that type of profile. So, we're building for the future. So I think everybody won. I'm not going to lie, everybody won. As much as people would like to have a Trossard versus Mudryk, I don't think it's worth comparing because they're both completely different ages. I think everybody won in that situation. I think everybody won. So, yeah, man, crazy. The teams are walking out at the moment. Kickoff is a couple of minutes away. I'm going to get the timer ready on screen. I will be having a little bit of a munchy munch. Apologies. I'm going to be doing a Grizz. Grizz knows, man. Sometimes you got to have a munch. I ain't eaten really in a long time because obviously I was doing Battle of the North just before this. And I literally only just got in for Battle of the North because I was doing what you saw on AFTV and also talking tactics and obviously the Premier League review show. So I am desperately needing food. My food is actually there, ready to be eaten. I'll try not to eat too much, but like I said, I'm going to have a couple bites. Let's see if I can get the quickest, most up-to-date option here. And the timer will be up very, very soon. Again, hopefully we just get a good game. I really would be surprised. I'm not going to lie. Fulham actually don't win this. I know that sounds crazy maybe, but yeah, I would actually be really, really... I have them as favourites, as mad as that is maybe, but their form speaks for itself. At some point, you have to stop disrespecting these teams in this area of the table ahead of us and actually just start applying that kind of favourites pressure on them. If you're playing this well, this for this long, halfway through the season, now I have to start taking note and actually giving you your flowers and making you favourites for games like this. So it's exactly what I'm going to do. I cannot see anything but a Fulham win. Let's see what happens. Okay. Just a minute to go till kickoff, people. I am just seeing what is the quickest option for us. Okay, I think it's going to be that. Ooh, big day for Tottenham. Big day for Fulham. Fulham have a great opportunity here to really make it make it so clear how serious they are for European places. I think all of these teams in this area, they should be targeting Europe. They should be looking to sustain this. I'm not saying they're gonna start. Wait, what's this? Wait, Pereira. Is that a Premier League rank? Did I just see that for Pereira? The former Man United guy is first for everything. Is that true? Or is that just? I think that must be just Fulham. It can't be in the league. Yeah, it has to be just Fulham. Yeah. You all saw what I saw, and I'm almost flabbergasted. So I'm just gonna assume that's just for Fulham. Yeah, Pereira was like top of everything, metrics wise for different things, chances created, stuff like that. I think it's just for Fulham though in the Premier League. It can't be on across the whole board. You better start the Big Six with a sincere apology. That won't happen. My platform's smaller, so I start here, and then if I have to work my way up to the bigger platforms, I'll do so. But we are going to continue to try and drag this out as much as we physically can. Scenario: what if Arsenal scoop Caicedo in the remaining 6 days? I mean, considering they don't want to get into a bidding war, I highly doubt they're going to do that. Considering their transfer strategy, they just don't want to be involved in such bidding wars, and I think they'll be staying away from us because we are prepared to pay whatever it takes. So yeah, yeah. There was stats for the Premier League, but I'm assuming they were just stats for just based on what he's doing at Fulham and not overall. Okay, I'm trying to see if this game has kicked off because I'm sure it has. Going to get the timer up in just a second. Fulham versus Tottenham. Welcome to their Tottenham. This is Harry Kane. He'll know about the record, that's for sure. He'll know about the record, and I'm sure he'll be looking to beat it today. There's no reason why he shouldn't be aiming for that. He's getting goals regardless. To be fair to him, as bad as his team is, the fact that he's still scoring goals consistently, you kind of have to give him credit for that. As much as he's got his slander over the last few months with England, he's getting goals in a team like this. Just goes to show that the man is actually quite inevitable when it comes to statistics in this league. He scores no matter what. All right. The away kit is horrendous. Is it not kicked off, right? Or is it just me? Because it's looking like is it still delayed? I've got a burger, so yeah. I'm also not one of these people that care who's watching me eat. Like, I just don't give a damn. Lovely. Is it kicked off? Yeah, it ain't kicked off. Because I thought my thing was moving mad. And I was like, yo, it's 3 minutes past and it's still not kicked off. But obviously there's more delays. So it is what it is. Do you know what annoys me though with Tottenham and their fan base right now? They don't seem to care. They genuinely don't care if they lose. Like the way that they lost the City game, you would think there would be outrage and people would be losing their heads. But no, they were actually so calm. Some of them, they were like, obviously some people were annoyed, but a lot of them were just like, who cares anymore? Like the team's going downhill. Conte doesn't want to be here. Football's atrocious. Like they just don't even. So even if Fulham beat them, I genuinely don't expect actually a mad reaction. I just think they're just going to just move on to the next. They still haven't kicked off, brother. If they ain't kicking off, I'm enjoying. Oh, they kicked off. They kicked off. They kicked off. All right. Fulham versus Tottenham. Big up everybody in the building. Yes, it's mukbang settings. My bang. My bang. That's wild. That's wild. That's wild. Mukbang. It's wild. That's wild. It's wild. I'm telling you, this name, this initials, people ask me if someone in the comments of another video, they were like, is that actually his real name? Because if it is, fair play. It's quite creative. And it is my real name. Yes, Matisse. Obviously, a lot of YouTubers don't use their real names. So I'm guessing people just assume now that everybody's using fake names. I actually didn't have the mental capacity to think that far ahead. But yeah, this initials, it goes with a lot. It allows you to get very creative. Man said mad bang. 1 minute. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I will be flicking through the channels in a minute to see how far behind I am because I have absolutely no idea. Fulham in possession, right hand side. I'm just going to let the game kind of peter out first few minutes and I'll flip between, see if I see anything faster. Lloris with the catch. Yeah, block all fake scores, please, as well. Purely because we don't want to be baited into any face. I mean, we already have to contend with VAR, right? You saw what happened at the weekend. I was buzzing. Kai Havertz scored against Liverpool. I was absolutely going mad. I was so excited. And then it's offside. And, you know, that's painful. So we don't need fake scores, man. We get enough of it as it is with the VAR. So I'm going to be keeping a close eye on and do let me know who your ones to watch, rather. I'm keeping an eye on Tete and Robinson on the fullback positions because these two are underrated. It seems. That's a bad first touch. I'm just drinking a little bit of apple juice, and I'm not talking about the nice kind. Well, they're both nice, actually. So I don't know. It's up to you to decide what type of apple juice you think I'm drinking. Let's see. Oh, Son showing a bit of fight now, Højbjerg. Oi, he's into him immediately. Well done, Diop. Well done. Brilliant. Just immediately into Harry Kane. Not playing around. He's not wasting any time. So Tottenham, I mean, let's see Hugo Lloris if he managed to have a day out of the headlines, man, because this goalkeeper just is devoid of confidence and is falling off at a rapid rate. So let's see. I mean, to be honest, if I was Fulham, I'd be pressing the crap out of him and making sure that this build-up play is not easy. I don't know if they have the legs for it. I'm sure they do, actually. Yeah, looking at that front line. I mean, William's not the youngest, so probably areas will be stronger than others in terms of pressing triggers. But I think for me, when I've been watching Tottenham, that goalkeeper trying to build up from the back, I think they should be forcing all the mistakes they can. It's not like it's the best defense in the world, is it? Love my guy Robertson. Yes, American, isn't he? Was he at Wigan? I think is that the same Robertson that was at Wigan when Reece James was there? I think it is. Are they shouting Antonio's name? I don't know. Do let him know in the chat. I'd be shocked if they are, but okay. They're going against Levy and they're for Antonio. Okay. Fair enough. I don't know. Do you know what it is with Conte, right? I get that he's a top manager and he wins trophies and all this, but the way that he goes about doing things, I get you have to expose the board and you do have to be, if you're going to, especially with Levy, you kind of have to be very outspoken if you're going to get anything done. But it's just the way that he's not, I don't know. I wouldn't want a manager to be like that, to act like he does at my club personally. I just feel like sometimes it's a bit too much. And obviously we can tell he doesn't give a damn about Tottenham. He's just there for the payout. Yeah, it's just a bit, as a fan, I don't know, it would probably rub me up the wrong way a little bit. Here we go. Fulham on the left, William. Man's restaurant is booming success. Oh, bruh, listen, Fulham are passing it about. Ball in. Oh my goodness. Hey, that was very, very dangerous cross. That was a very good cross from Reed. He's not left-footed, but he whipped that one in properly. Wasn't far away from Mitrovic. It was not far away from Mitrovic, man. Very, very dangerous. See what you guys are saying in the comments. No, not today, actually. Not today. I haven't got his stream up. Any football on this evening? Mad. That's disrespectful. Man said any football. Nah, don't do that to Fulham. Don't do that to Fulham. I'm actually watching Fulham. You're saying I'm watching Spurs, but I'm really watching Fulham. They're the informed team. You know, Fulham, I don't know if you're just joining late. Fulham have got 4 wins out of the last 5. They're the second most informed team in the league. So don't play with that one. As I say that, though, their build-up is looking a bit shaky. Don't play with that one. People got to start putting respect on Fulham's name. Yeah, time is pretty much with what I've got on the screen. Yeah, it's to the second almost. Fulham are the pride of West London. Fulham is one of the best away days. If I'm saying one of the away days I'd like to do in the Prem in the future is probably Fulham. I feel like, but then I didn't realize their stadium was literally right on the river. Like I was Googling it because when we played Fulham away, I was going to do a preview at the stadium like I did with Brentford. I went to the GTech Community Stadium for Brentford. Really lovely stadium, lovely location. And did the preview outside there just to give it something different. And I was going to do it for Fulham, but it was pissing down with rain and I couldn't find the umbrella. So I was like, let me just leave it today. I don't really have the time to even do it anyway. But when I was looking at their stadium, it's literally right on the river. Like if you was to kick the ball out of Fulham Stadium for some reason, it would land in the River Thames. Like I kid you not. And I didn't realize that. I really didn't. I thought they were I knew they were close, but I didn't know they were right on it. Have I been to Williams restaurant? I have not. I have not been to Williams restaurant. I actually don't even know where it is. I probably should just go for the lol, but I've actually never been. It's kind of like when Crept and Conan got the new restaurant, Crept and Cones, in Croydon, is it? I went to that way after the hype because everybody had been at that stage. I didn't want to be in a queue, so I just said, let me give it a few months. But yeah, I haven't been to Williams. That's why they can't redevelop it easily. Yeah, no, it's a shocking location to expand. There's literally, you can't expand. You can only go one way unless you do what Everton are doing, which apparently Everton's new stadium will be kind of partly on a dock. Am I getting that right, Everton? I think it's kind of on the docks. So I don't know if it's slightly over the water or I don't know. I feel like it is right on the edge again. That one as well that's being built. Willian on the ball, left-hand side. Fulham at the moment, definitely the ones that look slightly more confident, I would say, on the ball. But we shall see. Oh, intercepted. Need to get the ball in the box to Mitrovic. I'm trying to see a goal for him. Obviously, he double kicked it against Newcastle a couple of weeks back or last week, unfortunately. But he's having a great season. I don't even know how you actually double kick. Oh, long shot. Saved by Lloris. Saved by Lloris. Good long shot. They're really, Fulham are quite serious about this press. Funny thing about Willian, I actually processed his British passport application. Man had the pay slips and even a letter from Wait. Listen. You see Frank Lampard, he may not be a top manager, but I will not be calling him that. That's my legend. That's my Chelsea GOAT. Don't do that. Don't go anywhere. Man almost got me to say the slander name. No. That's one of the big reasons why I ended up supporting Chelsea, mate. Don't even try it. I was close. I was almost. How can you? That's crazy. What are the odds that you were the one to process that? That's nuts. The wonderful meal. Here's Fulham in possession again. Right now, Fulham are the ones that are bopping it about, showing the confidence. I'd love a goal, but early days. Oh, Tottenham are, oh my goodness, Tottenham are so erratic, guys. Tottenham are very erratic, man. Can't be trusted. Again, like I said in build-up play, if Fulham can maintain a press, and I don't know if they have the most pressing machines in all areas, but if Willian at the moment in the early stages is showing a lot of energy, if they can continue to keep this press going, there's definitely transitions and there's definitely turnovers to be had. Sorry, not transitions. There's turnovers to be had for Fulham because this Tottenham team building out the back. Outside of Bentancur, I don't trust that whole structure. It's just not. It's not the one. It's not the one at all. Bentancur is very press resistant, or at least the most press resistant out of all of them. But apart from him, there's definitely loopholes. Spurs with their rugby kit. It's not a nice kit, is it? PSG are winning 4-0. Mbappe with 3 and an assist. Jesus Christ. Listen, I'm not watching them week to week, but definitely keep an eye on him for Champions League. I definitely think that he's on a villain arc. Free kick straight at Lloris. Going to see what the scores are around Europe. PSG winning 4-0 away from home. Italy, Inter Milan are down to 10 men in their game. In Serie A. Valencia are 0-0 in their game. Yeah. 12 minutes gone. Fulham the better team. It's a shocking throw from Perisic. Did that touch anyone? Okay, so they're going to let him throw it again. Switch now. Just look at Harry Kane if you can as well. Keep an eye on him because this Tottenham team are devoid of all creativity outside of him and Kulusevski. I mean, Kulusevski, he, depending on the trajectory of Tottenham, which I think is downwards, Kulusevski is one of the players actually that you look at would think he's going to end up becoming too good for them. Because every time I watch Kulusevski, I'm like, yeah, this is a baller. This is a guy that he can go up a few gears and kick on with his career. Obviously, he's only just joined this time last year, but if they don't fix themselves up, I think a lot of people would take Kulusevski at their clubs. Even say like, probably too much, but even like a Man City, if they were to replace Mahrez, if he was to get older, Kulusevski's what, 21, 22? If he keeps kicking on, I don't see why not he can't get a big move in a couple of years. I mean, even in the North London derby in the second half, I was very impressed with him. Was it him in the North London derby or was it a different game? Can't remember. Yeah, he's been a great signing, man. Yes, Big Six is on tonight, 10:30. So this delay didn't really change anything anyway. It just meant that I had less of a gap to eat, which is why I'm going to be eating sporadically on this stream. Yeah, you're even live streaming the dead games. Do you know what it is for me? Yeah, ever since I've started talking tactics with James, I feel like I just want to watch as much football now as possible because it's just. I mean, I was already watching quite a bit of football, but I wasn't live streaming it, and I was like, you know how it is when you're not fully focusing on the game. If the game's not good, you don't watch it. You know, you kind of then leave it on in the background. You go and do other things, and I said if I'm gonna really watch the games, I need to do watchalongs and just watch them in their full entirety, even if they're crap games, because you kind of have to stick with it. So. Yeah, and they're fun as well. It's been fun. We get a lot of shocks on this channel with results at the moment. We're having a good time with that. So long may it continue. But if Fulham win, this won't be a shock. This will be exactly what we expected. Let's see. Excellent cameo. You guys enjoyed that, didn't you? That's good. I'm glad. I love little things like that. It's good banner. It's needed. Yeah, it seems like everybody enjoyed that. I'm going to check the comments after this as well, actually. Yeah, man, we've got a lot of bangers, man. It's true. And it's like, even though, like, you'd look at a Napoli Juventus and you'd be like, Napoli are playing great football this season, but are Juventus going to stink out the place? We just ran with it and it ended up being a brilliant game. So definitely worth it. Kulusevski's an Arsenal fan. I didn't know that. No, I'm already a Football Manager fanatic, which is why I actually don't play it. And a lot of people that know Football Manager and play it or have played it know exactly what I mean by that. Football Manager is one of those games that if you've been an addictive player and you know what the score is, right? You download that game, you buy that game, you stream that game. You know what it is. If you get that game and you get into your old habits, it's lock off for the world. You won't see the outside world again. You will not breathe. You will not smell fresh air. You will not feed yourself. It will just be a madness. So I'm staying away from it on purpose because I know how good the game is and I'm an addict and I have a problem. And I'm seeing a therapist at the moment about it anyway. So it's like, for me personally, I'm just going to just focus on FIFA because FIFA is not as addictive. And I would never stream Football Manager on YouTube because it's just too long. Anyway, saying that, FIFA streams have become quite long, but Football Manager is one of them games you can't put a timestamp on it. FIFA, you can play a few matches and come off. Football Manager, you could be scouting in Colombia for 3 days trying to find some 17-year-old kid. Do you know what I mean? Like that's Football Manager. So I can't be on it. I refuse. Here's Tottenham in build-up play. Ziyech to Roma. Official. That can't be official. I see it when I believe it, mate. And I hope it's, I mean, I highly doubt it's official. Let's see. But let me see. 17 minutes gone. Fulham pushing forward. Chelsea are preparing a contract extension for Thiago Silva. Thank you. That's all I ask. Thank God. I'm not seeing this Ziyech news. Everybody is reporting the Thiago Silva stuff, but I'm not seeing the Ziyech stuff. And Yeah, so I'm not seeing that so far. I'm so happy with that. Thiago Silva, man. Buzzing. Corner for Fulham. Whipped in. Header. Cleared away. Cleared away. Tottenham at the moment can't get out. They're kind of trapped inside their half. They haven't really had a counter. And I say that now. Son, goalkeeper's going to come out and deal with it. Brilliant. Well done. It's good sweeper keeping from Leno. Yeah, Tottenham are struggling. No transition, no counters, no way out of their half. Fulham are penning them in without having too many efforts on goal. They've had a couple of shots. But at the moment, Fulham look very comfortable in possession. They're knocking it around very, very well. And Tottenham are kind of just having to hold that, as Thabz would say. It's a mismatch at the moment. I don't know if it's systematically a problem again for Conte, because I don't know the Fulham team as well as I know the Arsenal team, unfortunately, in terms of how they operate. But yeah, they're not getting anywhere near the Fulham players. This ball in. Oh, what a save! Wait, that was close. Oh, that was very, very close. I thought Mitrovic might get a touch with the header from the cross. It's a really good bit of play from Fulham down the right-hand side. Check back in. Reed, again, who naturally was a striker in the Championship, now playing right wing. And Mitrovic almost got a header on it, and it was connected really well. Straight at Lloris. It's unfortunate. If it's either side of Lloris, he's probably not getting to it. He's probably not getting to it. Yeah, straight at him. But close. Because, like I said, that range, either side of him, and it's a problem. It's probably a goal. You know, the whip on the ball, the amount of speed on the ball. If you direct that properly, you're not giving the goalkeeper much chance. But it's Mitrovic is why I freaked out, because I thought Mitrovic might get something on it, but he couldn't quite get there. What a season he's having, though. Prove me wrong. I'm not going to lie. I thought Mitrovic would come up to this league and maybe get about 12 goals max. Be decent, but nothing to write home about. Maybe 10, 12 max. But I think statistically, what's he on? 15? Let me take a look. Them again. Oh, it's a good ball. Their crossing is actually really good. Really, really good. Mitrovic is on 11 goals. So yeah, 11 goals. He'll definitely hit 15. You know, he's on course to hit 22. You know, we're halfway through the season. He's on course to hit 22 goals. 20 goals minimum. Now, he might hit 18, 17, but that's still a brilliant, brilliant return. It feels like the top goal scorers this season, not only are they strikers, which is not something that is guaranteed. Usually it's wingers in the last couple of seasons. If you look back with Salah and Mane and Son, even Aubameyang for Arsenal was playing out wide. You know, it hasn't really been out-and-out strikers that have actually been at the top of the goal-scoring charts. This season, though, it's very, very much back to strikers with Haaland, Kane, Tony, Mitrovic. And then as you scroll down, you start to bring in your Rashfords and your Almirons and whatnot. But the strikers are leading the way. It's the season of number 9s. Appreciate it. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed. I always say I'm an entertainer first, and then after that, if I have any knowledge, then that's a bonus. But I do enjoy a good skit. As you will remember, if you followed me on Twitter, and I do see some of my videos are resurfacing again, I would like to ask you to stop sharing them if you have found them. Grizz again. Grizz on the TL sharing a very old video. And I actually forgot. Again, I don't remember none of these videos. Some Lampard video, some very shameless video from me many years ago is doing the rounds on Twitter. I was very shameless. I'm still shameless, but this is peak shamelessness. This is really peak shamelessness. So, yeah, please don't share those. Somebody added me on Twitter about phone calls. I try not to overdo the phone calls. Like I said, I rang X last stream. Probably lie him today. You know, I'll probably lie him. Let him breathe. Let him enjoy life. But Tottenham don't look good at the moment, man. Tottenham don't look good. Tottenham do not look good, man. They don't look like they have a plan. They look like they're kind of confused. They look like someone stumbling out of the bar at 3 a.m. in Camden Town, pissed out of their head. They have no idea what to do next. Do you get an Uber? Do you look at the night tube? Do you fall on your face and wait until morning, sunrise? This is what I'm looking at from Tottenham. It's just, look at this, man. These passes are not connecting. Jesus Christ. You have to say Conte is to blame for some of this. Like, I'm not gonna believe that this team can't keep the ball. I'm not gonna believe it. You couldn't pay me enough to believe that this team can't keep possession for 5 minutes. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Get a kebab. Yeah, how did I not bring up get a famous kebab? Of course. They look awful. They can't keep the ball. And this is what I said. This is why I kind of went on a mini rant prior to the game, because you watch Tottenham and you're like, all right, so you're not gonna keep the ball. You're not gonna press. You're not gonna entertain. You're not going to rock and roll with us with Klopp. You're not going to could concede. You're not going to defend competently either. And we went through the goals against. So it's like, what do you do? What is your identity? What is the plan? I'm one of these people that, yes, I favor quality football. I favor entertaining football, obviously. I think everybody does, right? But I'm not one of these snobs that will be like, oh, you have to play good football or I'm going to look down on you as a team, which I don't like when managers do that, because they have much less resources, much less finances. If someone's got to park a bus, it's up to you to break it down. If you can't break it down, that's your own problem. That's how I see it. And Barcelona, in their peak, never had any problem with the parking of the bus because they're just that good. So Mitrovic is serious, man. That's like a half chance, and he's turned that into a proper one. So for me, it's like, that was a really good delivery again. Look at Fulham. Great build-up play down the right. Another great cross. Time and space to do it. I think he's slightly offside. So for me, I'm like, yeah, if you can't play great football and you have to do a defensive thing, then by all means do it, as long as you get results. So if you play crap football and you don't get results, that's a different conversation. But if you play crap football and you get results, then, you know, who is anybody to tell you that you're doing it wrong? Because styles are not set in stone. They kind of, you know, it's very, football's kind of like trends. It's like the Kardashians, you know what I mean? Like, some things are trending at some point, some things are not. Inverted fullbacks this day, overlapping fullbacks the next, etc. So, but it's just, if you're going to do something, do it properly is my thing. You know, have some sort of identity in this Tottenham team. And remember, this manager has been here for, what is it, a year and a half? How long has Conte been in charge? Conte's been in charge basically long enough. Yeah, again, like I say, other managers get the scrutiny. Conte's been in charge long enough to have some sort of, you know, identity. And I ain't seen it. I'm not seeing it. And like I said, so many other managers don't get away with this lack of identity, poor results, or what. They just don't get away with it. And he's getting away with it right now. Here's ball in. Yes, that's straight to goalkeeper. 14 months. Yeah, so, you know, a year. Oh, just over a year. You would expect by now signs, you know, clear signs of what they're trying to do. But we're watching this together. We can't see what they're trying to do. I just see people just drifting, just roaming. You know, when you give your little brother or sister the console, you give them the pad, you load up a game that is irrelevant, you know, an untitled game save, and you just tell them, bruh, you got half an hour, go wherever you want. Do you know what I mean? On any particular game, any particular map, and you just let them roam. That is what I'm watching. Is just pure roaming. You know, they don't know really what they're doing. They don't know the controls. They're just vibing, ball in. They're just proper vibing, man. Here's Son. Yeah, haven't seen anything of Kane. I actually said I'd keep an eye on him, but I'm trying to watch the game. Not, you know, you watch the game, you don't see Kane right now. Haven't seen Kane. Yeah, man, free roam settings, bro. Just go in wherever they want. Everyone is playing FIFA while Conte is playing Skyrim. Yo, that's brilliant. Anybody ever play Crash Bandicoot? That game was legendary. Crash. Yo, I missed that game so much, man. If we're talking about one of the ultimate games on PlayStation 2, original Xbox, etc., that game there slapped hard. That was my game. Talk about it. That was my game. Oh my goodness. It was unrivaled. Genuinely one of the best games ever. So good. I would play it now. If I had, do you know what? I'm genuinely starting to think I need to actually go back into the archives and just buy bare old games. I don't know if, probably can't because PS4 probably are not, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get an old game. I'd have to get an old console, but Crash was unreal. Crash was unreal. It's a classic. Is it available on PS5? Don't play with me. FIFA Street, yeah. Listen, Crash was unbelievable. Crash is for me one of my favorites of all time. It's an all-timer. It's generational talent right there. Crash is a generational talent. It's once in a lifetime shit. It's something I tell my grandkids about. Crash Bandicoot, fam. Generational talent. You get world-class games. You know, you do get world-class games. You get games that have great form, but that is a generational talent. In footballing terms, that is a generational talent. It just is. It's one of the GOATs. It's on PS5. I did not know that. I will be making many investigations on such. I will be involved no matter what. I will make sure to find out where that is and get my hands on it. Because at the moment we're playing FIFA, but I'm telling you, if it could escalate. Don't get me, especially when when we go through those international breaks and the Nations League is listen. I might be covering a lot of football, but if you think I'm watching them Nation League games, you must not know me, because Nations League drove me to watch Love Island. I used to be a guy that used to slag off Love Island so much and say, oh, why is everybody watching this? It's so dead and rare. And Nations League last year in the summer drove me to Love Island streams. I was genuinely streaming them on Twitch just for the lols. Me, Rants and Daps just streaming Love Island and just laughing about it because the Nations League was that bad. So in the case of the Nations League, I will not be there no matter what. I just won't. I refuse. Obviously, Maya Gemma's now hosting, so a lot of brothers have lost composure. I've seen you. I know a lot of you are asking me why I'm not streaming it because of Maya Gemma. It's got nothing to do with anything else but Maya Gemma. Let's be real. You guys are asking me why are you not streaming Love Island, because you all want to watch Maya Gemma, and I am not going to tell you that you are a weak individual for this. Okay. Everybody has had a moment where they've thought to themselves, yeah, that's probably fair game, but this is football. Football heritage is on the screen at the moment, and I will not miss it. So I won't call you weak, but I will not wander away from the football. Not this time. Premier League's on. I can't tell you in the summer though we won't be back if shit gets scary. She ain't that. Oh, hey, yo, you be careful in this chat. You know, I don't think the chat is gonna take too kindly to what you're saying. You be careful. Yeah, she does. Yeah, if my girlfriend was to tune in right now and I was to be doing Maya Gemma prop, it would be no problem whatsoever. She's already said Maya Gemma's amazing as well. Everybody agrees. You know, this is just facts. You know, nobody needs to lie here. Overrated. Hey. What are you trying to say? You trying to say Maya Gemma's just just on form? She's not She's not here for the 2 decades like Cristiano Ronaldo or something. She's not. Wow. Overrated, you know. Wow. That's crazy. Here's Harry Kane. Harry Kane getting his first shot of the match. First shot of the match. Wow. They're saying that she's overrated. That's mad. Purple patch. Yo, they're saying that she's done a son. I disagree, man. I disagree. I think this is a certified, man. Certified in these streets. I'm sorry. I disagree. I'm not going to try and be edgy, man. I think some of you are trying to be edgy with your opinions. I'm not going to lie. I think you're trying to be edgy. I'm not going to agree with you on this one. Certain dons are trying to be edgy. Count me out. Mad. I'm eating a burger, fam, but something slipped out of it. I think it might be like, I don't even know where it was. Maybe lettuce or something. Hey, it's mad. Kane finally having his first shot on goal. Let's as this player is walking off, let's just check the stats on this match, man. Let's just check the stats. No shots on target for Tottenham. That was Harry Kane's first shot, I think. And Fulham, 5 shots, 3 on target. So, but they're expected their XG, both teams, is not too dissimilar. A lot of Fulham strikes from range, or obviously that header from Mitrovic, for example, is really a very difficult chance. She ain't all that. Trying to do a Toby. Maya Jammer is after Saeed, blue face. So what's this face blue smiling? What does this mean? Because a lot of people keep saying it in the chat, and I have no idea what this even means. I've seen that a few times, this whole blue face smiling thing, and I don't know what it means. Tottenham with their free kick, switching the play out to Ben Davies. Now Perisic. Hey. Now you're just being an extremist. Hey, man said my big toe. Yeah. Nah. I have no idea. Just new lingo that nobody's picked up on my side. 35 minutes gone. Tottenham in possession on the right. Kulusevski again doing a one-man job. Just carrying. Oh, the corner flags helped him out. Here come Tottenham. This is going to be fortuitous if it goes in. No. Royale with the shot saved out for a corner. Corner flag has literally saved Tottenham's attack there. They weren't going anywhere until that corner flag got involved. Yeah, proper. So Emerson Royale shot straight at Leno. Tottenham starting to turn it up a notch, you could say, last couple minutes, but I still say Fulham being the better team. Perisic is going to take the corner. Truly both footed. Does he take the corners on the other side? I say that, and it's a terrible corner. It's out for another corner, but it's definitely a bad corner. I'd be surprised if Sarri went to Spurs. I would be surprised. He's at Lazio. I don't know if Lazio are really doing enough to... I don't know what's going on with Lazio, actually. I know they're like hovering around like 6th, 7th or 5th or something like that. They're kind of just in the Europa League places. 36 minutes gone. Reams headed that way. Perisic is going to take another corner. 3 corners on the bounce. Deliveries, hit and miss. Let's see if he can put in a better delivery, man. Right on top of Leno. Let's counter. Let's counter. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, for God's sake. Jesus. Fulham. Not a good counter-attack from Fulham at all. Nothing from them there. We're approaching half time. The fuck? Someone's faking to be me on Discord. Bad. Somebody's faking to be me on Discord and is trying to sell shit. What the brother? What is going on in this world? This is crazy. I don't use Discord really, to be honest. I have it, but I don't use it anymore. I need to shut this shit down. 38 minutes gone. Dispossessed. Come on, man. Give us a goal. Fulham. Let's be serious now. All these attacks are breaking down. All these attacks are breaking down, man. Why is somebody pretending to be me on Discord? And what? Brother, what the hell? Hold on a second. 39 minutes gone. I'm very confused. This is the strangest shit I've ever seen in my life. Brother, that big six juice is a problem. That's what they're saying. It's a problem. Brother, what the hell? Do you know what? Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Imagine catfishing on Discord. What the hell? Like I have a Discord, but I don't use it. So it's like I haven't been active in months. Yeah, some strange ass behavior right there, people. Fulham coming forward. Willian. Yes. Willian, do it. Oh, good save. Good save. If you're gonna score against Chelsea, let's not forget to do it against Tottenham, man. Let's not forget. Don't forget your roots. Finally, they actually managed to sustain an attack. Straight at Lloris, though. Straight at Lloris. Yeah. Fulham started off a lot better than this, but they haven't really got the deliveries going. I'll try and sort that out another time. But yeah, it's on Instagram anyway. He didn't cut inside for once. Yeah, I was expecting Willian to cut in, check in, and then bend it around. But he didn't go for it. He didn't want it. Free kick for Fulham. 4 minutes till half time. They got a free kick in a good area. They got people to hit. If they can put a good delivery in, Mitrovic looks like a threat. He hasn't had too many opportunities, but he does look like a threat. So if they can just keep putting the ball into the right areas, there's no reason why he won't score today. Fulham headed goals this season 11, Tottenham 12. So these are the top two teams for scoring headed goals. Ball in. Oh, what a chance. This is what I'm talking about. You have to get that on target. Oh my God, man. This is exactly what we wanted, was a chance like that, and you're not scoring. Oh, come on, man. Okay, there's a lot of shirt pulling. Hey! To be fair, they're both pulling each other's shirt. But if he doesn't pull Kane's shirt and he lets go, that's a penalty. But because they're both pulling the shirt, you kind of just have to let it go, because it's just both of them are doing the wrong thing. Should have let go of his shirt, man, and just asked for the penalty. There's a lot of shirt pulling going on there. Wire's getting stuck. Would you take a 2-year transfer ban for Enzo? Nah. I mean, listen, we shouldn't have to go that far with it. No, because remember, we still need a right back, so a right back would still be screwed. It's not that. It shouldn't be that deep. It shouldn't be that deep. Now, would I take a transfer ban for Enzo, another midfielder, and a right back? Ask me that. And no, I need goalkeeper as well. No, forget it. I ain't taking no transfer ban. Team's got too many issues to take transfer ban. Free kick. Son. Couple minutes till half time. Celtic sold that right back. Yeah, Juranovic. To be honest, I did a player special on him with Chris from Football Daily. He's a Celtic fan. So we did a player special on Juranovic. Didn't seem like a player worth going for, to be honest. Good player, but we could probably do better. So I'm not really bothered about that. Like, usually when I do player specials, I come away thinking, yeah, I absolutely must have that player. And maybe that's just because, you know, that fan base will always gas them up because that tends to be their best player in their team or one of. But I came away from that thinking, yeah, not really necessary. Free kick in a dangerous position for Tottenham. Harry Kane blocked and cleared. 2 minutes till half time. We are in for Gusto. Yeah, we're in for Gusto now. Nah, I'm not gonna go outside, man. It's too cold. I was this close to not doing the roundabout. Like, when I tell you I had to summon a lot of strength at like 3 a.m. to go out there and film that, because it was just so cold. Like, it was like -3, wasn't it, or some shit yesterday, last night. So I only did it because I said, you know what, we've been consistent with it. Let's stick with it. And I have a lot to say. And there was some big games played, so I said that we're going to go out there. But I'm not going out there for no reason now. Even though it would be great to catch up with Boss Man, fam. I can't be doing it. Can't be doing it. We're almost at half time. It looks like we're not gonna have a goal. Yeah, oh bro, it was so cold. Like, I tried to do the whole breathe into the atmosphere thing and show you how mad it was, but 3 minutes of injury time. Tottenham. Big interception from Reem. Fulham started strong, but Tottenham balance of play is starting to become more even. Here's Perisic. Oh, Kulusevski. Kulusevski's the problem, man. Like, look at the difference between Kulusevski and Son. Just whenever they're on the ball, it's night and day. It is night and day. Oh, here we go. Kane. Oh, Kane again. He's equaled the record. Harry Kane. This guy's shooting is just too accurate, man. He's so good at shooting, and he just finds the corners better than anybody else. He really does. Oh my goodness. He finds the corners. He finds the corners, man. It's the thing, when you got a player like him, you don't even have to be dominating the game or playing the most brilliant football. This guy does not need many chances, man. They've been exceeding their XG for God knows how long. He's found a corner. He's used the defender as a shield. He just bent it round. Oh, it's a quality strike. Oh, 1-0 to Tottenham. 1-0. It's a great strike, man. This is the problem with this guy. If you give him the smallest little bit of an inch, he takes a lot, and he will not be denied. No matter how stinky this team is, he does not fail to score goals in this league. He's a absolute bona fide guaranteed goal scorer in this league. And it's like, I get people will say he doesn't press and the whole big game moment kind of thing as well. But if you're talking about the last missing piece to a Premier League title, he is one of those players that you go and get in the summer, because he guarantees goals, man. He just guarantees goals. You're not going to see Kane do a bad season of 6-7 goals. It's just not going to happen. He's a guarantee. As much as a guarantee as you're going to get. He's kind of like when Man United got Van Persie under Ferguson, and you just knew that was it. That's your title done. Same with Kane. And Kane's been more prolific, if anything, because obviously Van Persie had a lot of injury issues. And I think Van Persie had a really bad season. I can't remember when it was. And he was like, he set the record for most big chances missed in a season. Or something like that. Like there was one season where Van Persie's finishing was just all over the shop. So he's equaled Jimmy Greaves. And I'm sure he'll surpass him. If not today, but another day. He's level. So when we're talking about the record, he's level with Jimmy Greaves, Tottenham, in terms of the record. Half-time. So yeah, half-time. He's level with Jimmy Greaves at Tottenham for the record of all-time goal scorer. One more and he'll be the new all-time leading goal scorer. And yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. He's just too good to be denied, man. Too good to be denied. He's inevitable. Big up, man. Thoughts on Gusto? Gusto, I haven't watched much of him. From what I've seen, little glimpses here and there. He looks like a proper player. He looks like a good young talent, balanced. And for me, it's more the mentality, because if you're coming in as a Reece James competition, that only certain players can handle that. So the fact that he wants to come into the club, and he's not afraid of the competition. He's actually embracing it. It seems to be agreeing in personal terms. He must have. I'm excited. But yeah, most people speaking on him are very very bullish on the talent. They're very excited. I don't know him that well. I don't watch Leon enough to comment on him, but he seems like a talent. And again, like I said in my video on Sunday, I really, now that the recruitment team's kind of been put together, it's not even done, because I think Joe Shields is still on gardening leave, or someone is still yet to join up until February or etc. February or March or whatever it is from Southampton. But the fact that the fact that the recruitment now the team seems to have come together. All the signings in January, they look good. They look good. We're not going to know all of their names. We're not going to know them, in and out, all of them. But from what I'm seeing, they look like good players. So yeah, for me, I'm trusting the recruitment team, man. We haven't had a proper recruitment team in ages, since Emanalo was technical director, and he brought in De Bruyne, Lukaku, Salah, Hazard, Courtois, etc. So now that we got a recruitment team, we have to trust them. And at the moment, early days, way too early to judge. It does look promising. So if they've taken him as their option, then I'm on board. And everybody was saying to me that I should sign him on FIFA. So it can't be that bad, right? It can't be that bad. In the career mode. Did you hear about he got sacked? Yes, I did. I did hear about this. Yes. He then persuaded the man that sacked him to hire him again. That's some crazy shit. That's some salesman stuff. Lawrence Stewart and Joe Shields still coming, I think, serving gardening leave. Yes. But then at the same time, I feel like Lawrence Stewart might already be here, because obviously the Monaco contact with Badishile. So I'm not sure. But I know Joe Shields is definitely, I think, the one that's the last one to arrive. UEFA closing on Bowie spending loophole. Thoughts? Well, we're not sure if it's legal to have contracts limited to a certain time period. Somebody that is experienced in dealing with contracts in the chat said that it's illegal to have caps on contract length. So in any workplace or any institution. So I'm not sure if it's even possible. I know there's salary cap. We've spoken about that in other sports. There's definitely salary cap. I've not heard of contract length cap. So they'd have to apply a cap to then bring in this new rule that you're talking about. I don't know. I'm not sure, first of all, if it's even happening yet. Oh, but there is a comment here. More details about FFP. FIFA rules already have contracts capped at 5 years, but the rule does not mention options to extend years. So contracts are all 5 years with multi-year options. Okay. So, of course, whenever you see a new contract signed, you always see 5 years with the option of 1. And it never tends to be more than 1, but you could have 5 years with the option of 3, 4, 5. Now, from my understanding, and this is an educated guess, if it's an option of 1 or 2 or 3, that cannot be brought into your financial books for FFP for amortization costs in terms of the spread out of the transfer fee, because that is not agreed. It's just an option. It's not actually done. And it's literally just an option that you can trigger. So it's not set in stone because you haven't done it yet. So therefore, it will be 5 years max that you can spread out the costs of a transfer, therefore aligning with FFP, if that is the case. But yeah, but we have literally done 7-8 year contracts. So yeah, we'll have to see. NBA has limits on length. Most sports don't. Okay. Interesting. Just seeing your little skit with Cecil and James. Welcome video. Funny. Appreciate it. Thank you. I enjoyed it. As soon as I heard the idea, I was like, yeah, this is going to slap. So, and I feel like I'm the perfect candidate because I am trying to hijack literally everything at the moment for you guys. So makes sense. Let's see what else is being said. He signed Gusto as a CM on FIFA. He's a right back. He rejected United. United apparently trying to hijack. Okay. Is this a new report that's just dropped? I haven't seen this. Haven't seen this as of yet. Not much to say on the first half here. Fulham, they started strong. They got good deliveries into the box. Mitrovic looked like he was going to potentially pounce and get himself a goal, because the deliveries were of the quality that Mitrovic would eat up this season. And yeah, they worked the ball into the wide areas pretty well. The delivery was starting to show, but then Tottenham just started to get into their groove eventually. I still don't think Tottenham have been that great. Build-up play, they're still looking very messy, very dodgy, but they have managed to fashion out a few opportunities, consecutive corners, and then, you know, if you bang on the door enough times, it will open. And Harry Kane is deadly from outside the box and inside. So he's managed to fashion out a chance and whipped it in the far corner. Nothing special. On the balance of play, I'd say it would be fair to say that the game has either been even or slightly in Fulham's favour, but I'd probably say at this point now it's even in and out, purely because Tottenham at the end of that half did have a few opportunities, or at least they've had a few attempts. Goalkeeper had to make a couple of saves, etc. So yeah, I'd say it's quite close. It's close enough anyway. No contract length cap. Okay, let's see what's being said. All right, I'm gonna check out the news, because you guys are talking about hijacks and stuff, and I have no idea what's going on there. Let's also see why I'm being. Yeah, I don't know what's going on Discord. I'm not happy. I'm gonna try and record. Let me see if I can report that account. So yeah, this is some strange shit. Talk to me. Anybody that uses Discord, right? Reporting accounts that are trying to impersonate and shit like that. Is that easy to do? Do Discord give a damn about catfishing and stuff like that, or are we just gonna have this person run amok on my name? What's the plan here? Can I do anything? Is it a wrap? Let me know. I'm trying to. I mean, I've literally now got the. I put it up on IG, so anybody who does want to report, if that's even possible. Let me see what you guys are telling me in the chat, because people are. I don't understand how Discord even works. None of the respected journalists are reporting it. You still going to Paris? I've already been. Oh, you mean for PSG? Yeah. Nothing is set in stone, but it is definitely a goal of mine. Yeah, it is a goal. I'll have to try and look into it. I haven't even looked into it yet. I haven't had any time, but I will look into it, because I want to see Messi play. Okay. As you're the leader of your Discord, you should try remove the account and report it. I don't think the account is in my Discord because I think that's not the plan for them. Their plan is just to simply imitate me and pose as me. I don't think they're actually they're not actually in my server or anything. The only reason why I know this is because someone screenshotted it and sent it to me. I have no idea how I'm gonna eradicate this foolish individual. But it is on IG, so if you know how to report Discord accounts, I mean, feel free. Okay. Let's see what else is being said in the chat. Smash up the likes as well if you haven't already. Yeah, they just hijacked my name. Yeah, I mean, I have a name on Discord. I probably should have chose that one. Now that I think about it, you should take it as a compliment. Now you know you've made it. I mean, if I could get some sort of official, do you know what? I don't give a damn about Discord. That's the thing. So I just don't want people getting scammed. That's my own problem. That's my only thing. Cool. Yeah, smash up the likes if you haven't already. Big up everybody inside the building. Over 800 of you in here. It's not the greatest game in the world, but it does have potential if Fulham can sort themselves out and give us a better end product. But at the moment, it is looking bleak. Purely because I've seen this all before, right? Tottenham, they don't play the best, and they manage to magically, sporadically make some sort of win out of a pretty average performance. So, or a game of two halves. So unless Fulham are gonna ramp it up, which they really should be able to, they're in good form going into this game. I'm expecting them to respond and be better. Let me see what's being said on the TL in terms of news. This game is not the most fun. Harry Kane breaks deadlock for Tottenham at Fulham to draw level. 29-year-old is now open to signing a new contract if the circumstances are right, plus priority remains to succeed at Tottenham. I feel like Ornstein has been briefed by Tottenham. He's a great source. I mean, he's probably the best, right? If not, yeah, I'd say he's the best. But I feel like that's got to be a briefing. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe he actually wants to stay, which is insane. Everton put out a statement on Lampard. They said Everton Football Club can confirm Frank Lampard has left his post as senior men's first team manager today. Joe Edwards, Paul Clement, Ashley Cole, and Chris Jones have also left the club. Alan Kenny will remain as goalkeeping coach. Everyone at Everton would like to thank Frank Lampard and his coaching staff for their service during what has been a challenging 12 months. Frank and his team's commitment, dedication have been extremely implementary throughout their time at the club. This is always just carbon copy and paste, isn't it? These statements. I feel like I've read this before. Yeah, there's nothing else. Just we know what it is. Leighton Baines will take training until a new manager is appointed. Now that's something interesting. And Paul Teat, I don't know who that is, but yeah, Leighton Baines is the one that stood out to me. That's gonna be interesting. Leighton Baines and Seamus Coleman. Those were the Trent and Robertson before them. Unbelievable fullbacks way back when. Okay, what else is being said? Let's see. Yes, get the likes up. Let's go for it. Push it for 400. Let's move it. We can definitely get it done. Big up to everybody as always for the support. It's been a great start to the year, I must say, in terms of content, loads of content. Tomorrow, all you can eat Chelsea. Let me tell you about the schedule. Tomorrow, all you can eat Chelsea's happening. Obviously, the new famous four, Fantastic Four, is up and running with Drogba. So that will be happening. London Clubs Carnage will be on the Wednesday. I might even make it live this time just because the time kind of suits, and I don't want to put it out any later than that. So I might just make that live. It's been a while since London Clubs Carnage was live. So as long as there's enough time period for it, then I'll probably just make it live. Highlights, they're showing. Not much there. At the moment, it's meant to be 5 o'clock. But, you know, there could always be changes with the panel, etc. We want a FIFA stream. It will come this week, of course. Not today, of course, Big Six. But I will I think it's scheduled in for either tomorrow or Wednesday. So we shall see. We shall see. We shall get it done. Let's see. Hey, look at this. Just enjoy. Arsenal fans, just enjoy what you're doing at the top of the table. You don't have to worry about Mudryk. You don't have to worry about how much money we've spent. We are not even in the same conversation as you right now. You guys are just doing so great. So just enjoy it, man. Don't hold that hate in your heart. You know what I mean? Just frolic. Be free. Don't worry about us. We don't mean no harm to nobody. We're just cracking along down here in 10th. We don't mean no harm. We just out here just trying to spend our way out of trouble. Don't pay us no mind, man. It's nothing serious. You don't need to worry about us, guys. Second half. Let me get the timer. Second half. I hope this game comes alive second half, because at the moment this could have been better. Might be catching Fulham on an off day. All right. I think the Tottenham jersey looks awful. Yes, I really do. And I know a lot of people need Mitrovic to score for his FPL as well. Not that I play, but I know a lot of people are counting on him today, man. And I would have had him in if I was playing the game. He needs to be given more chances, though. To be honest, he needs to be given more chances. This game was delayed, so this game will finish around 10:10. Around about then. What's going on? Okay, we're kicking off. We're kicking off, people. On the road to 40k, yes. Subscribe if you haven't. You know, the target is 40k by the end of the month. The channel is growing faster than ever before, and the content is we haven't put out this much content ever either. So it's great, man. So let's really push for that. Be a great milestone. I'm genuinely trying to be one of the most hardworking motherfuckers on this platform this year. Where is my charger? I don't even have a charger. Just when you think I can't stream any longer or make another video, that video or stream will come out. That is the way I'm moving this year, like a madman. What is going on with this technology, man? With the games already delayed, and now we got technical problems. Wires are going all over the place in this guy's arm. Let's go. We have waited long enough for this match. Why are we waiting? They've had a lot of problems, man. Look at another kickabout's happening. This is the second time I'm seeing this. Oh, Jesus, man. Unknown person, Ross Barkley is at Nice. Yes. Oh, yeah, I already knew that. I just forgot about him, but he is at Nice. He is. Yeah, he's at Nice, just chilling. He's just chilling at Nice. I don't know if maybe he's playing well. I don't know. Obviously, Schmeichel's there as well. Nice made some crazy signings over the last year. Schmeichel, Ross Barkley. Also, something that I wish I'd mentioned on the roundabout, as well as a couple of other jokes that I didn't get off because I was just so tired and I forgot about them. But, oh, we've kicked off. Lookman, the Nigerian winger, is second highest goal scorer in Serie A. Anybody realize that? He plays for, obviously, Atalanta. He's been on fire this season. Lookman is second highest goal scorer in Serie A. I don't know if anybody saw that coming, but that's mad. Genuinely, that is mad. Scored a great header at the weekend in a 3-3 draw against Juventus away from home. I didn't think he was going to move like that. Aaron Ramsey's there as well at Nice. Oh, Jesus. He is, isn't he? Yes. He is. Is Pepe there as well? I need to, bruh, hold on. Let me take a look at that Nice team real quick. Lookman's on smoke. Yes, I will. Yes. Southampton versus Newcastle tomorrow. I wouldn't miss it. We will be there no matter what. It's a big opportunity for Newcastle to get to a Wembley final. looking forward to it. Southampton played brilliantly against City last time I watched them in the cup as well. So listen, Newcastle are our top 6 team now. We have to pay them their homage. We will cover. We will cover. Let me see. Sorry, Nice. Tottenham in possession at the moment. I'm just keeping. I want to see what this Nice team looks like. What's this Nice team? The Nice kit is lovely. The Nice kit is really nice. They got Schmeichel. They got Bulka. Dante. No, is that the Brazilian Dante? He must be like 38 years old. You guys remember Dante, the Brazilian centre-back? Is that him? Lord Jesus, I forgot about him. He used to play for Bayern Munich. And was he now at Wolfsburg as well? Who was he at? That brother's old. I'm definitely sure that's him because I can recognize his face. Here's Fulham on the right. This brother's old as hell. How is he still kicking ball? He's left-footed centre-back. Yeah, that's him. Yo, I'm in the archives. He's 39. Oh, shit. I'm in the archives this evening. I am in the archives of football. Yo, this brother. Where do you stand in the Mount discussion? Do you know what? We're going to discuss it on All You Can Eat Chelsea tomorrow because there's too much to unpack. But I do stand on the point of, to wrap it up basically for you. Much appreciated for the super chat. I will say this, right? I think both sides are overdoing it extreme wise. And I really do mean both sides. Like, I'm not one of these people that just mention, oh, the haters. No, like the people that hype him up as well, they are doing way too much. So both sides are extreme. People are kind of using the player of the year, especially the second year, to their advantage when really we all watched that. Yes, he got his goal contributions. But for me personally, as an honest person, for me, Rudiger or Silva should have been rightfully player of the year, and I think he got it on popularity, and I think he got it because of his GA. So that's the first thing. But his first player of the year was brilliant, and I feel like people are kind of assuming that this guy has not contributed anything and he doesn't deserve to at least go through a bad patch, which I think he does. Now, I also don't think he's a bona fide starter, and I think he should be on the bench because he's not in form and he's been pretty much regressing for the last year, or at least the last 6 to 9 months. And I don't agree with fail comps of your own players. That's my own personal preference. I wouldn't post it or I wouldn't retweet it or like it or anything like that. I think I would obviously criticize. You know, I have no problem doing that, but I'm not gonna give you a whole like video and with a crazy bit of music and shit like that. It's just not how I operate personally. But I do believe that people are also very quick to call out his kind of backlash, but when it's other players, they don't. And that is true. It's bias. It's English bias for English people that have more of a connection to Mason Mount than they do Jorginho, Kepa, etc. And they're never going to be equal in their calling out of all players. It's just not. You know, if they see covert criticism or abuse, people like to blur the lines a lot, but they're not going to call it out because it doesn't affect them because they don't feel anything. And it's just simple. It's as simple as that. So both sides are doing way too much. I try to keep myself out of it because I just can't be bothered. I just think it's very immature. So yeah, that's my stance on the whole Mason Mount beef at the moment going on. I could have spoken about it in a video yesterday. I know most people uploaded on it. I just thought I can't be bothered. I'm going to speak about what I'm actually quite happy about, which is our new signings and the way they're playing in their first little bits of cameos and whatnot. So I just decided to just stick to that. But yeah, that is my spiel on the situation. 50 minutes gone. 50 minutes gone. We'll probably end up speaking about an All You Can Eat Chelsea, to be honest. So Eric Dyer's on the floor. Not sure what's happening. Yeah, just everyone's just doing too much, bro. Everyone's doing way too much. So Eric Dyer's back up on his feet. I'm guessing this was some sort of head collision. Yeah, it was. I didn't even need to see the incident to know this is a head collision because the way that they're checking him. Is obviously they're worried for his health. Okay, so hopefully he's okay. Nice. So as we was looking at Nice, right, you got Yusuf Alta. Why am I forgetting how to say his name? Atal. That's it. I think it's Atal. Algerian fullback. I remember he's a wing back, but he got massive injury before a couple years ago. I was actually really interested in his coming to the bridge, but unfortunately, got a massive injury. Also, Schneiderlin's there, which is nuts. Ross Barkley's there as well. Aaron Ramsey's there. This is crazy. Nicolas Pepe. Yeah, there's a couple old faces, man. Nice. It's a nice place. I might go there on a holiday, I can't lie. Seems like everybody wants to go there. Yeah, Thuram as well. I was mainly just going through Premier League, former Premier League players that I didn't know they were even there. 52 minutes gone. Little bit of a stop-start to this game. I did not know Arsenal were linked with Caicedo. I didn't know if that was serious. I mean, someone actually did say it in the first half, but I don't believe they're going to get into a bidding war about it. So I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried about it at the moment. Nice. I mean, Nice would be on a break. Paris would be for PSG to watch that. Don't need to do this, bro. What is Mbappe doing? It sounds like Mbappe is moving mad. It sounds like Mbappe is moving very, very mad. The way that you guys are talking. I mean, hey. Just looking at this fake account. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. How can I have a fake account on Discord? Is it really that deep? 53 minutes. Pretty dead game at the moment. Let's hope it livens up for all the content I've watched. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying. That's really what it's all about, to be honest. You know, that's what the content's created for you to enjoy. So I always enjoy the feedback and to see everybody enjoying. I get a good pump out of it. It makes me want to keep producing content. So it's great to see. The show earlier was just the show earlier was just mad. The show earlier was just nuts. Honestly, I'm still laughing about it because when I ended it, so I obviously put them both on screen and then I hit the outro because I was like, this is just never going to end. And you know, you'd think that it would end the arguing, but no, they carried on arguing even when we were backstage. Like, that is real. It's not an act. We don't fake shit. You know, we don't manifest that. I don't tell them to argue. You know, they really do argue like that. They can't be stopped. Genuinely. I actually left the whole thing. I just left them to argue backstage. I needed to go and get something to eat, so I just left them arguing backstage. It was hilarious. So when I tell you that they're really like that, they really are just constantly going at it, and they can't be stopped, to be honest. So yeah, after the show ended, they was arguing for like 2-3 minutes. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna just leave. I need to eat. I ain't got time for this. So mad. Lloris collects that wayward cross. Big Sixes tonight, yes, at 10:30. 10:30. Man's really saying Rashford is better than Mbappe. I mean, yeah, it's a bit mad. It is a bit mad. It's very mad. Right, Bentancur. Let's see if we can get some goals in this game, man. Bentancur into Dyer, switching the play out to Perisic. Again, switching it out. Oh, that's unlucky. Good idea. Fulham have kind of just lost their way a little bit, it seems. They need to get back on the horse. They need to get back on the horse. My current stance on this is not to sell both, but to sell Kepa because he costs more per year in terms of his wages and amortization. So he cost us 70 odd million. He's the one on the higher wages, actually double the wages. And for me, neither of them are starter quality. So I think Kepa's in really good form in general. At least good form, you could say. Yes, he had a couple of games where he was moving mad, but in general, he's in good form this season. That's why he's starting. But I don't trust him on cross collection. I don't trust him commanding his box. So for that reason, and my goalkeeper, for personally, I just have to have someone who's dominant in their box. Oh, what a save! What a save! Should have been 2-0. Big chance for Harry Kane to be the all-time leading goal scorer. But Leno has made a really, really sharp save. Point blank range. Corner was taken short. Son into Kulusevski, back post, and then headed back across for Kane. And saved by Leno. Luckily straight at him, but yeah, good reflexes. So yeah, for me, my goalkeeper needs to be able to command the box. I saw De Gea at the weekend. He made some good shot stopping saves, but he's flapping like crazy playing basketball. And it's like, I just can't have it. Like, I personally couldn't put up with it. It would really bug me. And it's probably because I'm used to watching Petr Cech and Courtois, two tall goalkeepers that command their box very well. They claim the crosses. They come out for the corners. And it just, when you've got a goalkeeper like that, it's a breath of, it's exactly what's needed. Because now you don't need to get into the whole argy-bargy 50-50 nonsense. You got hands, use them. So for me, yeah, I think... I need a new first choice goalkeeper, but I think we should definitely take our time with the scouting because Mitrovic comes close. Because we want to get this right. We don't want to get a goalkeeper and then be saying in a couple of years' time that they're not good enough. And then Mendy has that at his best, his cross collection, height, etc. But then his ball playing ability is way too dodgy. And again, in modern times, we need good ball players. So you just need an all-rounder, and that's what we need to go and get. People are asking me about Raya, from Brentford. I have not been watching him every week. I need to check out his stats for, kind of like, I just need, not even his stats. I know he's had a great season. I just need to check out what he's like commanding his box. I know ball playing wise, he's very good. Shot stopping, he looks good. I just need to see the whole cross collection, but I'm sure it's pretty tidy. Emi Martinez, yeah. We just gotta make sure we get it right. Just got to make sure we get it right. We can't get another one wrong. We don't have a price. We just pay and don't speak. We don't have no price. The way we're moving. If it's the right player, I'd definitely pay Alisson money, but I would be worried that it's not the right player because when you pay Alisson money these days, you don't tend to get your return. So, but a goalkeeper is everything. If you have to pay 60 million and it's the right person and they're there for the next decade, then sign me up. But it probably won't have to cost that. All right, 60 minutes gone. Fulham not really giving me much to hope for at the moment. It's been mainly Tottenham in the last 5-10 minutes. But they're in it. They're only 1-0 down. Mitrovic is on form, so there's still chance. They just need to keep doing what they were doing in the early parts of the first half. Good combination play in wide areas. Try and get good balls into the box. Knockdowns, 50-50s, and just go for it. But yeah, they're going for a phase in this match. Oblak has kind of had a massive drop off, hasn't he, over the last couple of years? Because he was arguably one of the best goalkeepers in the world. He was. I don't know what's been going on with him recently. One of the biggest fall-offs when he had that really bad season. Was it last year or the year before? He fell off a cliff, that guy. He's dropped off massively, hasn't he? Yeah, he's fallen on. I don't know what's happened to him, man. I have no idea what's happened. Because at one point he was unstoppable. Like he was one of the best. Here's Kulusevski. Oh, unlucky. Tottenham look like they're more likely to get a second than Fulham are to equalise because Tottenham keep coming down this right-hand side. There's gaps and they're getting it out to Kulusevski and then he's giving them the goods. So Son wanted the ball played into feet, didn't get it. It's Siberia settings outside. Man went to the corner shop and and then he punished himself. And then he paid the price. Yeah, I don't like the cold, man. I really don't. I'm not a fan. If I can avoid it, I will at all costs. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Free kick for Tottenham. Romeo. Complete. Out wide. Oh, Son. I've noticed Son is drifting a lot more. He's trying to get involved. I remember he came over to the right-hand side against, was it City? City it was. He came right, like he just moved position. I don't know what's going on with him at the moment, man. That is a fall-off as well this season. Massive, massive fall-off. So he's just started drifting all over the place. Against City, he was having a poor first half. Then he started drifting over to the right. Got involved a lot more, to be fair to him. And ended up having a moment or two. But yeah, it's just torrid form at the moment. Let's see. When's the next FIFA stream? It'll be in the next couple of days for sure. Either tomorrow or Wednesday. I do want to try and line up against the YouTubers, so I'm going to start sending some texts after this stream to see who wants to. Some YouTubers if they want to take on the smoke, face the smoke rather, because at the moment my aggregate record is perfect on here. Saeed and Thabz both losing on aggregate, so yeah, man, I'm gonna start going around seeing who can handle it. I am. Yeah, I haven't played a FIFA career mode since that episode. I'm still unbeaten. 10 wins out of 10, I think it is, in the 100% record in the league. But just to keep it realistic, of course, I had to get knocked out of the Carabao Cup again. I don't know what it is with me in domestic cups on that game, on that career mode. I cannot get to Wembley for the life of me. It's genuinely embarrassing. Yeah, I'll definitely ask Turkish for sure. That's the next one up. So yeah, man, I genuinely, for the life of me, cannot seem to get a domestic cup win on that game. So I'm just struggling, man. And I really do actually want to win a cup. Like it's genuinely starting to annoy me. So the quadruple's off, but the unbeaten Invincibles title win is not. We're having a brilliant Premier League campaign so far. For me, I'm definitely winning the league. Like, it's done. I'm so not pissing around. And in January, I'm not going to be doing a madness either to mess it up, to ruin the chemistry. So yeah, I'm on a madness this season in the Premier League. Like, I am winning that league for the first time in 3 seasons. More than you can believe. We're taking that. Now it's just about what else we take. Champions League and FA Cup. So we'll see what happens. But I'm taking the league. No jokes. I got 30 points from 10 games. I'm not playing around. Not playing around. It's a different type of... After what happened last year when I lost it on the last day, not playing around. I lost it on the last day. Nah, that hurt me. That hurt me. 65 minutes gone. Kulusevski was actually probably in more space than he realised. He really was. He could have taken a touch there and kept it moving. At the moment, Tottenham look like they're going to go 2-0 up, man. Fulham are not looking good. Kane, Son, free kick. At the moment, Fulham look like a lost cause. I don't know what's going on. They've completely lost it. They've completely lost it, man. They've lost it. Here's Mitrovic. Here he is. Willian. The next FIFA members one, I'll try to make sure that's at an earlier time, so more members can hopefully be awake or around for it. So yeah, that won't be a late one. That might be like a 5 p.m. or something. We'll have to see. Willian, ball in. I need to get the wire though. Still got to get it. Because I ain't having no more lag against you, man. That ain't happening. Out of play. This is very disappointing, man. Fulham have gone off in second half. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, man, they've completely gone off the boil. I once told you that Saul and Cover would be R2. What do you mean? Our pivot. I mean, listen, Saul Niguez wasn't fooling me, man. He weren't fooling me. I'm telling you, I wanted Chouameni, and I was not going to settle for any less. And we ended up getting Saul Niguez, and I'm just like, I'm pissed. Saul Niguez could never win with me because it was such a downgrade. And he's also in such bad form for Atletico, to the point where he's actually moved to left wing back under Simeone. So when a midfielder is being moved out of midfield, it's not a good sign. And then you put them in a faster league, and it's just like, yeah, that brother. Now he actually had a couple decent games, but he just couldn't handle it. Loved your cameo on AFTV. Yeah, man. A lot of people have come to the chat to tell me how they enjoyed it, so I'm glad. I kind of knew that. I knew that you guys would enjoy it. When you know when you're just filming something and you're just thinking, yeah, this is good. And my part to play was so small, I couldn't really mess it up. Great idea from Cecil, and yeah, man, it fits. It worked. It worked well. It worked very well. It's good to get involved in some creative, because I like doing watch-alongs and streams and stuff with the panels, but I do like to make skits as well and try to push the boundaries a little bit, you know, as much as I can, really. So but obviously I don't have a cameraman, so I can't really do, you know, I would actually be one of them people that would be on the streets doing some KSI saxophone shit. Like I can get that mad if I want to, but I ain't got a cameraman. And I'm a little bit limited to shoot certain angles and stuff. But brother, I'm at a point where there's nothing I won't do. You know, that's a lie. That's a lie. But I have no shame, that's for sure, in public settings. I think I've got over that hurdle. So I ain't got no problem playing the saxophone if I had to do it. If that's what, you know, if that was the difference between Man City closing the league or not, then I'd happily have to take part. Hey. Oh, God. 20 minutes to go. Fulham are going through. I mean, if this is how they're going to keep going for the next 20 minutes, then you may as well just blow this whistle, because they ain't giving me nothing. What I'm hoping for is, as this game kind of drifts on and on, is they're going to Tottenham start to retreat, start to defend, start to try to protect the lead, and you know, Fulham will get their chances and this game will start to go in their favor. But yeah, man, it's been a very bad. It's been a very bad second half. Okay, let's see. It's one of them videos you're just never gonna forget. It's just that saxophone tune was just mad. Actually mad. All right, cool. Actually, so mad. Right. Big up everybody in the building. If you haven't smashed it with likes, go for it. It won't bite you. We are having a tough game to go through, to be honest. It's not the most entertaining, but if Fulham get a late equaliser, it will be worth it, to be honest. But it is a bit of a struggle for Fulham at the moment. Here's William. I don't know what Fulham are doing, to be honest. In a bad way. I don't really know why they've kind of lost their mojo. They kind of had a plan. And Jesus, is that a corner? It is a corner. Yeah. I don't know what's happened with Fulham. I don't know what's happened. Why are all of these emojis being spammed in the chat? What has happened? I'm going to try and get to the bottom of this. And I have there's no explanation. It's just, you guys are just moving mad. How comes he never got a red? That seems mad. Don't know. Yeah, the mods are just moving mad. They've got their imagination of their own. I'm not even going to ask why they're doing it. There's actually no reason. I've scrolled up. There's literally no reason for it. They just one of them just started doing it, and then the rest of them just started doing it as well. So, oh, it's jokes. What's going on, bro? Don't worry, man. They're just on their own thing. Just the mods on this channel. They just sometimes they just have their own little. They're probably communicating amongst each other. This is probably some sort of code for something. Just ignore them. The mods are meant to stop spam, and they're the ones that spam. It's quite ironic, to be honest. But what can you do? What can you actually do? Fulham, give me something. Jesus Christ, give me something. This is so annoying and frustrating. Because when we play Fulham, they actually try in the second half, and they put something together. This is just abject. I'm just trying to see who's taking up what zones. There's nobody. This is the circle of safety that I mentioned before under Lampard, and I think it happened towards the end of Tuchel as well. When players are not confident, they start forming the circle of safety, and basically what that is a U shape in possession where there's nobody in the middle inside the pockets trying to receive the ball in tight areas. They just start hanging around on a touchline where they can see the whole pitch, and it just becomes the circle of safety, which is the middle. Nobody goes in. And in last 10 minutes, no shots for Fulham at all. Not a single touch in the opposition box, and they have 70% possession. So they've had 70% possession in the last 10 minutes, and they have not made it into the opposition box once. That is the type of nonsense that we're witnessing here. Absolute mediocrity at its finest. That's what we're having to indulge, and it's making me sick. William, these men really need to get into the box. This is nuts. Ball in. Yes, finally a touch in the opposition box. Headed over the bar by Mitrovic. These lot are crazy, man. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, someone called it him AGBTQ. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah. I think I was a present for that. Was it a super chat? I think it was. So random. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys sticking with me. It's nice to not have to go through this on my own. 700 of you in here, firming this result or firming this performance from Fulham. We will be there no matter what, you know. Richarlison's coming on for Son. But about time, really. I'm guessing this is for fitness issues because he's only just come back from injury, because Son is not sonning. He's not swinging. He's not singing from the same hem sheep as everybody else. He's again been shit. Without sugarcoating it, he's not really done anything again today. I don't want to give him brownie points for anything that he hasn't done. He's not really done anything. It's been Kulusevski and Kane again carrying that attack. Can't remember Son doing anything. And I'll check the stats so I know I'm not being harsh. But I don't remember him doing anything. Son, 1 key pass, 0 shots on target, 0 shots off target. He has an assist for Kane, but let's be real, it was basically Kane that did everything there because it wasn't a big chance that he created. He's had no successful dribbles completed. Yeah, he's done nothing again. You know, sometimes I just like to check that I'm not waffling. He's done nothing. He's done nothing. Yeah. Now, I don't think Kulusevski's been great, you know, but he's at least looked like he's going to try and create something. He's attempted to try and create something at times. But yeah, it's been pretty bad. I'm not muted. You're lying. You are lying. I am not muted. Do not lie. Yes. What is this skullfuggery spam with the skull in the chat constant? What is this? Why do you guys play so much? This is how you know this game's dead. You guys are just playing practical jokes and shit. I already fell for this on the previous show. I don't remember the previous watch-along. It's not going to work this time. Yeah, bro is muted. Of course he is. So now we've just started cussing me, right? Dead trim and whatnot. Now we're just, you guys are having to firm a shit game. So now we're just turning on each other, are we? We're just turning against each other. The community is just going to just turn on one another because of a dead match. So you started it, David. Just trying to find out who started this. Everyone type muted. All right. Oh, so that's what we're doing now, yeah? Oh, so you guys want to play? Okay, we can play. Not today because it's too cold, but yeah. All right, cool. So we're playing practical jokes now. All right, cool. I got practical jokes. You want practical jokes? How about this for a practical joke? Perfect. Listen, I'm not going to do it for too long because the concurrent might drop. Sabotage against myself. Bro left. Nah, mad. Absolutely mad. Man said this is much better. No, that's rude. That's very rude. That's rude. 10 minutes left, man. This game is awful. This is what we're subjected to. Look how many people left. Like 40 people left because they were like, yo, 40 people left. You see, that was just sabotage. Man sabotaged himself. 40 people have left because they were like, yo, what's going on here? 40 people cut. They were like, rah, the ting lock off, yeah? They must have been watching it on mute or something, you know what I mean? You know, them, one of them loyal supporters. They listened to their commentary where they just got it on just to help a brother out. And then they seen that I went to a black screen. They were like, yo, I'm out of here. Congratulations, you played yourself. Exactly. 10 minutes to go. This is insufferable, honestly. Trust it be Tottenham that are involved in a diabolical game like this. But to be fair, with the recent run that they've been on, I said the same with Liverpool in midweek. You kind of just have to collect your points. You just have to collect your points and you have to keep your clean sheet and move out. And if Fulham are not going to throw the kitchen sink at it, then I guess who are Tottenham to make this interesting for anyone, you know? They've been awful. recently, so they may as well stink out the place and take a 1-0 and get out. Oh Lord Jesus, this is insane. Should have expected it, to be honest, though, I guess, from Tottenham side of thing, but I thought Fulham would give us something, but clearly not. Man, I'm just spamming L's in the chat. Jesus, the commitment is real, though. I respect it. Yo, this spam is insane. Do you know what? I can counter that, though. You know, we can all just keep doing this because I've got counters for everything. Well, I'm not going to say everything, but I've got a counter for this. And you know exactly what I'm going to do. Slow mode. 10 seconds. Hold. Hold that. 10 seconds slow-mo. Yeah. Hold that. Hold that. You ain't gonna do shit. You want me to go again with something else? Fraud. Yeah, see how quickly you get your L's in the chat now. Yeah, you better get the rest of them. You better get the whole chat popping because I'm gonna slow this shit right down. I'm gonna slow this shit right down. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna slow this shit. Don't make me go and do this again. Don't make me go and do this again. Hey. Now, at least I'm not seeing Akeem spamming every 5 seconds. He's having to wait 10. That's satisfying. Knowing that you have to wait an extra 5 seconds to spam that L is very satisfying. It's making me smile. It's making me smile. The mods have turned against me. The mods were never with me. All I do is select mods that play against me. It's actually mad. It's actually mad. The mods have never been with me. If you've watched the career mode, this mod gang is just against me constantly. They are preying on my downfall. So it's quite a funny situation we find ourselves in. But I do like the mods. I'm just gonna keep them, keep them, even though they're moving like haters right now. No, I'm with you all the time. The game's dead. The game is horrendous, which is why I completely understand why we are in frantic war with one another, because the game is just horrendous. Genuinely, the game is awful. It's one of those games that I spoke about when we were speaking about when I used to watch the games by myself, not on watchalongs. It's one of those games I would have turned this shit off half an hour ago, regardless of whether I needed to analyze it for work reasons. I would have been dipped. There's no way I would have stayed here and watched the whole game, because it's just, it's just terrible. There's no quality right now. You can get a 1-0 or a 0-0 that's actually entertaining and of a high level, but this is not one of those. I'm waiting for Fulham to have their surge of, create their, their string of chances and give us something to kind of be excited about, but they're yet to do a single thing. Apart from that one header, that was again another low XG chance. A lot of these chances that they're creating for Mitrovic are all low XG. They're not high quality chances at all. I've been watching Love Island. Fair enough. Like I said, we are the entertainment. I respect it. I genuinely respect it. You telling me I was half asleep when then I heard the outro. That is mad. Last minute penalty for Fulham. Slow-mo doesn't count to mods. Oh, does it not? Oh, shit. I didn't even know that. Oh, shit. It doesn't, does it? Big up. Now they're spamming W's. Oh, so we're going to change it back to 5 seconds. Yeah, the game's horrendous. Game's horrendous. If the game is horrendous like this again, it's going to become a story time. So definitely keep tuning into the watch-alongs, because this game, I'm going to let it slide. It's been the first of many great games. We always had to firm one bad game. But if the bad games keep going, then I'm going to start telling stories, man. I'm going to just start telling stories. I got a hell of a lot of stories to tell. Probably stories that I shouldn't tell, but I'm going to tell them anyway. You will be surprised. I'm not going to do it now because we ain't got enough time. I got to set the scene and shit. But if we get another shit game like this, then it's going to have to be a story time thing. Yeah, Charlie, it's not easy. So we come off the back of a 0-0 at Anfield, and then obviously we get great games on Sunday, and then we got this. So it's evened out over the weekend fixtures, but yeah, another. Oh, Mitrovic is injured. Oh shit. Well, now this is not good news for Fulham. Mitrovic is injured. He's limping. He's got some sort of cream on his knee, so that's obviously where the problem is. Yeah, this Fulham team, I'm borderline willing to say they're not doing shit. Like, as much as I would love to say that Fulham are going to get a late equalizer and we're all going to be sent into oblivion, yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. They're bringing on Wilson. I don't know who that is. Vinicius is coming on. I know who that is. Scored against Chelsea. I just don't see anything coming from this Fulham team. They are average today. Very average. You guys are spamming numbers now. Yeah, Big Six is at 10:30. So it's in about 22 minutes. In that time, I hope to reheat my burger, my chips, and eat. And then I will be back for Big Six. And that will be it for me. Like I said, All You Can Eat Chelsea will be tomorrow. Southampton, Newcastle will be tomorrow. Probably do a video tomorrow as well, potentially, depending on what happens news-wise. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that was wide. That was wide. Fulham close. Yeah, they were close, but we're starving. We're absolutely starving for Fulham chances right now, so everything looks pretty close. What we need is a golazo. Come on, man. Come on. Couple minutes to go. I'm very, 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 very annoyed with this whole game, to be honest. It just hasn't built up to, it hasn't continued with what we saw in the first 15 minutes. I thought we were gonna have a cracker. I really did. I thought we were gonna have a crazy game, but this is just petered out into some BS, man. And also, London Clubs is on Wednesday. Yeah, Richarlison still no goal. I mean, listen, he hasn't even been playing. He hasn't even had a single chance. But if he gets through the whole season without a single Premier League goal, which at this point, I'm not even willing to rule it out because he's not getting no time on the pitch, and I just can't believe it. This guy is just crazy. If he doesn't score this season, I mean, it would be incredible. It would be incredible. Yeah, it would be Wednesday. Saeed is saying, where would they be without Kane? Absolutely nowhere. Take Kane out of this team, which could genuinely happen if he doesn't sign a new contract like a clown. Then we're laughing because this Tottenham team cannot recover. I mean, everybody knows that Tottenham losing Kane is the beginning of the end. And it has to happen sooner rather than later. Either he's going to regress or he's going to leave. Either or. 6 minutes of added on time. Lord Jesus, we don't deserve. We do not deserve. We do not deserve. Cook Saeed. I mean, I'm off the back of how many hours? 3 hours and 10. 1:45. I'm off the back of about 5 hours straight of streaming. Then on top of that, studio work. So you're gonna have to bear with me on the big six. I'm gonna be a slow burner. I'm gonna be a slow burner. I've been streaming for about 5.5 hours in a row. So I'm a slow burner. But I will rise to the occasion at some point. But you know, I'm sure there's a long queue of people to cook him. So I'm counting on my trusted big six friends to step up and deal with this situation. You're telling me it's excuses. We don't want to hear your stupid excuses. Cook that fool. Cook him. We don't want to hear it. Cook his ass. Listen, give me time. Give me time. It's a slow burner. You know me, I very rarely actually just jump in from the beginning anyway. I tend to listen and learn and wait and bide my time. And then we will cook. But it depends. It depends on how. It depends on everything. I gotta read the temperature of the room. As always, I've got to. But listen, it's Turkish's day, man. It's Turkish's day. This is his day. I don't want to get in the way. I'm not gonna start off with that. It's gotta be him that lays down the gauntlet, man. His team is literally on a madness right now. If there's any time to have your chest out, it's today. This is ridiculous now. They're really passing every test. So, and I've said it already. The Newcastle game, no critique. They were persistent. They just couldn't find a way. Best defense in the league. Man United away, no party. Caught in transition. Mistake from Arteta Lokonga. Simple. Southampton draw. I don't think I actually watched that game. So yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. As much as I hate on them because I don't want them to win it because they're rivals. I've actually given them a lot of praise, a lot more praise than I'm comfortable giving them for sure. I'm not comfortable giving them any more than I've given. I physically can't do it. So especially when I got to analyze them on Mondays as well. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. I'm just saying, yeah. Some of you are saying that Maya Jam is overrated, and I've just seen the Instagram posts, and I'm flabbergasted with what your eyes are seeing. I'm blind, and even I can see that you guys are you're just moving mad. You're being edgy. I know we're bringing it back to that, but some of you are being ridiculously edgy for no reason. Just admit it, fam. No one will call you a simp. I can't wait for these comments. YouTube are just loading them up. Let it go. Are you blind? Hey. Hey, smart. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Hey, it's hilarious. Man said Maya who? All right, fair play. Maya who? Maya what? Hey, couple minutes to go. I'm ending it as soon as the game's over because I gotta eat. Gotta prepare for the big six. Fulham flopped. Yeah, I'm disappointed, man. This game is back end of big six. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear about this shit. I don't want anybody talking about this game for more than 30 seconds. This shit should be written off and rolled out. No one cares. This is a horrendous game. No one should speak on this. No one should speak on this. Don't even do reviews. Horrendous. Nah, to be fair, I did watch a Spurs game last week and it was 4-2. So I wouldn't have wanted to miss that. So Spurs have been so bad defensively that usually the games are good. This is probably their first clean sheet in ages. Because we spoke about their defensive record at the start of the match. And it wasn't good. So I don't know where this clean sheet has come from. But it's not something that I expected. So we just have to firm it. We just have to firm it, people. It is what it is. This is jokes. I need to screenshot that meme. All the people I live with are sick, and I'm the only one that hasn't caught it. And I just genuinely feel like I'm indestructible right now, if I'm being completely honest. I just don't get sick. And I know I'm probably speaking it into existence, but I genuinely just don't catch. I just don't catch shit. It even took ages for me to catch COVID, to be honest. Even COVID struggled. Got there in the end, but I just don't get it all, man. My immune system is wild. It's the only thing I've got going for me right now. All right, we're gonna wrap up. This game is done. What an absolute atrocious, disgusting display. Honestly, a game that will never be spoken about again. I don't know why this referee hasn't blown the whistle yet. He must enjoy pain. It's over. I thank you for sticking with me. I thank me for sticking with this. I thank you for sticking with this. We all stuck with this together. I will see you on the Big Six in 12 minutes' time. And absolute stinkfest, one of the worst games of the season. It's probably being dramatic, but I don't think it is. But yeah, big up your damn selves. What a watch along. Great numbers as always. You guys stuck with it and very entertaining in the chat, I must say. Very much enjoyed our war. And for anybody watching us on playback, they're not going to have a clue what's going on, but it is what it is. In a bit, people. Peace. Big up your damn selves.